start of the game and they had that close-up on Klopp's face.
Yes, bro.
For like 20 minutes.
Awesome game, though. Very entertaining, I must say. Yes, it's very entertaining. Even at the end of the game, I was like, I felt like this could be a draw. You could come back here. It was way too volatile for my liking. It was quite a sad moment, bro. Like, what could have been.
Yeah, for sure.
I was literally reflecting on what the season could have been. I was like,
It's life, bro.
it is, eh?
For someone like Klopp, like, he's
Why
got
did
something. He's got to have something.
Yeah, I know. He's that special. Yes, Lena, good morning. Oh, nice. Thank you so much.
Did you say yes, Lena, now?
I did, I might have. Yeah, how are you? Morning, bro.
You good? Good to see you, my friend. I didn't hear Lena now.
She's live. She's talking now still. Still talking.
Hold on.
That's
Pretty soft in my ear.
fucking hell, bro. Just touch and go.
So,
Yeah.
Maybe just check it out.
No worries.
Very soft. Oh, that's the problem. Something's come out here.
I found God.
I can hear on my back.
So like, oh, there we go. Woo. I can.
hi.
Just pitchy tight.
Which side are you gonna break for news? This way.
Over here.
Okay.
Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning from three little birdies sitting on the fence, just chirping you into the brand new day, brand new week, and hopefully a whole lot more motivation if last week was anything to go by. Welcome to it. My name is Graham Richards.
I'm Raul. Good morning.
My name's Carl. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Meet you. Hi.
Welcome to it. It is going to be, as we know, on a Monday, very inspirational, and we're going to probably squeeze in as much talent as we possibly can.
do
In
that.
fact, it's probably going to overflow because Mondays are all about celebrating young achievers here in South Africa. And I'm going to call this our Young Achievers series.
Yes.
Has been amazing.
It is, though. This is something that got me so excited because I went to go check this event out 2 weekends ago. My mind was blown. I didn't know this was possible. But first up, we're going to be meeting young Rubik's Cube player Raf Fast. And believe me, that is his name.
Exactly.
Now, with a surname like that, you can only imagine how fast he is with the Rubik's Cube. And I'm sure he's going to be showcasing some of his talents right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Ooh, it's going to be pretty intense. I was at the event, like I said, and I was trying to figure out how do they even do these things. There's 3x3s, 1x1s, 12x12s. Look at that. My third eye almost opened up there trying to figure out what was going on. What was going on? It's crazy. Huh? That was light, but I'm sure it was my third eye trying to figure out what on earth is going on here. I couldn't figure it out, guys. Maybe Raf can, though, I'm sure.
Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, well, clearly the robotics were fantastic, but also we need entertainers. And we have Zoe Modiga, who's going to be here to perform for us. The latest album, Nomthandazo, is alive and ready for you. So make sure you stand by for some teasers from that particular album. Great stuff.
And Zoe is just so lovely as well. It feels like it's been far too long since we've reconnected with that beautiful soul. So we're going to do that right now. And of course, we're going to reconnect with you as much as we can and keep that conversation going for the next 3 hours. And this is what we'd like to chat about this morning. From Rubik's Cubes to Tamagotchis to sticker collecting, maybe even marbles, if you're around my age. What was your schoolyard talent? And because all of us had something, okay?
Bro, I still have my things from school. I have my Pokemon cards, a full collection. I have the water deck with Blastoise. I have the like the Sambazo things that you get, like that you used to put together. Tazos, Globetrotters. I have it all. I even have my bag of marbles that I used to gym with afterwards from school. No lies, guys. I'm gonna try to find it for you. I'm serious.
I love it. We want to hear from you this morning. Maybe you are still the reigning marble champion. Maybe you remember something called Garbage Pail Kids and you used to play with those cards. Mind-blowing. They might have been banned by now, but we want to hear from you this morning. 0634088863 or any of our social media platforms. We'll keep that conversation going, as I said, for the next 3 hours. In fact, we're going to give you some conversation starters right now. I'm trying to avoid talking about the sports as much as possible, but let's get the news done first.
Let's do that, and starting off with national news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The Independent Electoral Commission, religious leaders and several political parties. Representatives, of course, yesterday participated in a national day of prayer organised by the SA Council of Churches, the SACC, at the Grace Bible Church in Soweto ahead of the national and provincial elections on the 29th of May. SACC President Archbishop Thabo Makgoba, who delivered the sermon, said the incoming leadership must be characterized by people who love the country. The mass prayer service asked for peace, calm and tolerance leading up to and, of course, during and after the elections. Now, 6 people lost their lives and 3 were injured when a minibus taxi crashed into a house in Joza Township in Makanda, Eastern Cape, yesterday afternoon. Now, the driver of the taxi, 4 passengers and a teenage boy who was hit by the taxi on the sidewalk were all declared dead at the scene. Police said the taxi, allegedly travelling at high speed, veered off the road, hitting a young boy before crashing into the house. 3 seriously injured women were also rushed to hospital. Now, on to international news. Hundreds of people's homes in the Mukuru wa Ruben slum in the Kenyan capital of Nairobi, as well as the wider Nairobi county, I should say, were demolished this past weekend. This follows a government order for anyone living near rivers to leave their homes and move to higher ground in the wake of heavy rains and flooding, which have claimed some 300 lives over numerous weeks. Slums make up most neighborhoods built on marginal land along river valleys in Nairobi. The government said the demolitions were necessary to prevent further deaths. Now, talking about flooding, massive flooding and landslides triggered by days of heavy rain in Brazil's southernmost state have killed at least 75 people. Officials say 103 people are missing in Rio de Grande do Sul, and of course some 25,000 residents have been forced to leave their homes since the storms began last Saturday. At least 500,000 are without power and clean water, with further rainfall expected. More than half of the 497 municipalities in the state have been affected by the storms, with roads and bridges destroyed in several areas. Most schools are closed. And SA chef Palesa Pejane from Botshabelo in the Free State recently clinched top honours in cake icing and culinary art at the esteemed World Food Competition of the Guru Nanak Institute of Hotel Management in India. Representing SA amid 160 global participants, Pejane credits her success to the Food and Beverage Institute in Bloemfontein, where she's a final year student. Her winning entry celebrating SA's diversity secured first place in cake icing and second in culinary art. After graduating in electrical engineering at the Central University of Technology in Bloemfontein, her career took a 180-degree turn in 2020, propelling her into the culinary realm. Now Pejane is brimming with readiness and eagerness to conquer the culinary world. Congratulations to her. And that's it for your news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's get a first look at your sporting action.
Oh, thank you so much, young man. Let's kick it off and get it out the way. Liverpool rediscovered their winning touch with an incredible 4-2 Premier League triumph over Tottenham Hotspur yesterday in what marked Jurgen Klopp's second-to-last match at Anfield. And the close-ups on his face told the story with goals from Mohamed Salah. So clearly that rift has been repaired. Andy Robertson, Cody Gakpo and Harvey Elliott. They secured a crucial victory for Liverpool at this stage of the season, who had struggled in their recent league outings. Despite still having a mathematical chance at that title, they now sit 5 points behind leaders Arsenal with 2 games left and 4 points adrift of reigning champions Man City, who do also have that game in hand. Now let's turn to the SA Sports Awards, and it's been a glittering time, so I would imagine some accolades flowing. SA Rugby dominated the 17th SA Sports Awards at Sun City in the Northwest, clinching 7 prestigious accolades and riding high on the Springboks' very successful World Cup defence in France, that record-breaking effort. The team received widespread recognition, understandably so. Sia Khaleesi, he earned both the People's Choice Award and Sports Star of the Year, while Jacques Nienaber claimed Coach of the Year, and Manila Bach was honoured as Newcomer of the Year. It's incredible to think that he's only just getting going, and Eben Etzebeth was the Sportsman of the the Year. Congratulations. And then Mark Alexander was Administrator of the Year. What a team. And the Springboks were hailed as Team of the Year as well. So other winners included sailor Kirsten Neurschafer as Sportswoman of the Year. What an incredible achievement. She managed to notch up. Then Simone Kruger and Mpumelelo Mklongo, recognized by the South African Sport Association for the physically disabled. Congratulations. I think SA Sport is in its golden era right now. Now, finding a bit of their golden form, the Sharks succeeded in their quest to become the first South African franchise to qualify for the EPCR Challenge Cup final. Excuse me, I'm not getting emotional, I promise you. That was after they had to really fight their way back from a 10-point halftime deficit to hold on for dear life for a very memorable 32-31 victory in what was a 10th semi-final showdown against Claremont at the famous Twickenham Stoop Stadium in London on Saturday afternoon. So the KZN team, they'll face Gloucester now in the final at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, and that's Friday the 24th of May. Why are you looking at me, Ryle? It was after the English club defeated Benetton 40-23 in the other semi-final in England. But great to see the Sharks performing as they should with those Springboks in that team. And then finally, we get back onto four wheels as Lando Norris secured his maiden Formula One victory and stunned the crowd as he did it. A young man with a lot of promise at the Miami Grand Prix, marking a milestone in his career. Obviously, the McLaren driver outpaced world champion Max Verstappen by over 7 seconds, and then Charles Leclerc of Ferrari clinched third place. So Norris's triumph came in his 110th race for McLaren, making it a very memorable moment for both him and I would imagine the team as well. But a great weekend in sport. We'll continue to revel in that as you take in some of the weather, the start of a brand new week, and I think a couple of weather warnings that you need to take note of.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, let's dive into the world of weather right now. And the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for strong interior winds posing risks for tall vehicles on certain routes in the southern and southeastern regions of the Northern Cape. Now, additionally, a yellow level 1 warning has been issued for rough waves, making sea navigation challenging and potentially disrupting smaller ports. Now, along the coast from Cape Columbine to Cape Agulhas. And moreover, there are extreme fire danger conditions expected in parts of the Central and Little Karoo in the Western Cape, as well as the central and southern areas of the Northern Cape, along with the western and central regions of the Eastern Cape. Now, again, another reminder to share your morning views with us on the number 063-408-8860, because obviously we'd love to see your sunrise view, and you know how much it means to us. It's a massive smile on our dial, and I think everybody out here in the studio. We'll do it in an hour, but for now, though, we'll take our first look at the temperatures that you can expect on your side of town.
A beautiful day in some parts of the country, a little inclement in others. It doesn't matter, just stay indoors with us for the next 3 hours. We got you covered.
I saw 33 in Uppington again. They did it again.
So it's winter in Uppington is what you're saying. It's
that's what I'm saying.
It's finally kicked in. It's no longer 37.
They did it again. Oh, we've got so many things coming up on the show today, and I think that one thing that's going to be great, I'm looking forward to that young Rubik's Cube genius that is Raf Fast. I mean, look at this talent over here. Look at that. Hey, what's up, Raf?
Okay, so two things. First of all, his name is actually Fast.
Yes.
Okay, Raf Fast, and he's proven how fast he actually is. I don't think I've actually ever finished a Rubik's Cube, to be honest.
I've never finished a Rubik's Cube.
Have you ever?
No.
I've tried a few times. I really have. Yeah, just take a look at that number. We'll see if he can break that record right here on this show. We shall be humbled by the young talent on this Monday morning.
It's going to be fantastic. And also, we've got a couple of highlights from our weekend that we want to discuss with you, so make sure you stick around. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, here right here on S3.
You know the Wii transfer I sent you? Did they manage to? Okay. Yo, but there was a JAS link there. That's all cool.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
We actually missed you, and now that you're still there, that's great. I'm glad you're
Thanks.
awake early with us and you Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. And you know that we also have lives too. You know,
Wow.
I think some people think that we live in bunkers here for TV and that we don't do anything else. But the thing is, we have weekends as well.
We
which is
actually
great, so-
fight for this couch.
Yes.
Every Friday, we fight for the couch to see who's going to sleep.
Me
comfy. No,
first.
we did. So I unfortunately was sick as a dog this weekend. And I'm
what?
hoping, because you know, when you've got young kids, you kind of pass these things around. The Petri dish comes home
Really?
from school every day. Yeah, exactly. But I'm hoping now I've had that immune boost. So I'm chalking up Tottenham's loss to my lack of enthusiasm.
Your lack of being there for your
So I'm
team
sorry, that
when
was
they
my
needed
weekend
you.
highlight, was watching Raul's team beat me in football. No,
sorry,
it
bro.
wasn't the best weekend, but we're still standing, so I'll take it as a win. Gents, what did you get up to, man?
Busy, bro.
I was very busy this weekend.
Yeah.
I met a lot of local artists as well.
saw that,
Yes,
yeah.
a lot of them. That was on the show, but then also Real Madrid celebrated their 36th league title in La Liga. So, Hala Madrid,
Well
in
done.
Alamas, thank you very much. And then also Jamie Fine, who was here on Friday. She had an incredible concert at the Grand Arena, and she invited me to be an MC for the concert. So we had a good time over there. Yes, it was fantastic.
Was she as lovely in person as she was on air?
She was so amazing. And the thing is, you know, like before performers do a little performance, they have like a prayer circle. And what she did was she invited me into the prayer circle as one of her, like, you know, one of her closest. And I think it was such a beautiful moment as well. So what an honor to be part of that as well. Jamie Fine, you're welcome back in South Africa anytime. And it was just, you know, her voice is so pure.
Beautiful,
Like it doesn't need any editing, doesn't need any production. I was so impressed with that. And then just yesterday, I decided to lay on my back.
Oh, really?
For the first time this year?
Probably.
Maybe the last 3 years.
What was that feeling like, bro?
I don't know. It's so weird.
Do you know how to like turn your mind off?
No.
It just kept
He
going.
doesn't know if he's woken up yet or not.
Yes.
He's just,
I'm still napping at the moment. Where am I? What about you?
Man, I was actually working. I got an incredible opportunity to head out to Neisner and do the Samola hill climb with Suzuki.
Oh, nice, man.
Guys, it was so cool. Neisner lit up so incredibly. The streets, the town was just like alive. It was my first time being there as well. And just think about this. As a kid that played like Gran Turismo and Need for Speed, we had like classic car Fridays. This is the streets right now. Just a parade in the road.
Please tell me there was a Skyline in there just smashing things.
Skylines, Nissan GTRs, R32s. There was a Ford GT40 that I got to check out. One of my favorite cars that I've seen as a classic. You're talking about from F1 edition cars that was sponsored back in the day in Kyalami, all the way to your classics, to your private owners, people racing for causes, McLarens, Ferraris, you name it. Literally the best in the business was there, testing themselves, and it was an absolute spectacle. I mean, look at the setup. The entire place came alive. They even had drifters there. It was just insane. I've never had such an overwhelming experience. We got race side like seats thanks to Suzuki, and I checked the drifting out as well.
Remember when we tried that in our studio?
What are you saying we did?
Yeah, but
Yes, we did.
So are you officially a petrol head now that you've seen the source, the purest?
I am, and listen, we got to see everything from like the outboard motors on the ocean to the motorcycles and these vehicles. I got to jump in one of the new Suzuki Swifts and actually do one of these rides.
Oh, man.
Check that Hayabusa over there, 1,300 cc's, baby. Come on.
That really shouldn't be a motorbike.
It
should be a
should
car.
not
Hey,
be
it
on the
should be a
road.
car,
It's crazy. That thing is so incredible, though. But it was a
Wow.
cool opportunity to be a little kid again. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of like,
man.
petrol head. It's a new addition to the Nature Boy arsenal, but what an incredible experience. Suzuki, thank you so much for taking us out. And we are going to be sharing some of that on the show, so I can't wait to share that with you guys. It's going to be incredible.
I love that. Putting lots of your money where your mouth is on that hill climb. That's my favorite when guys rock up in like a 4-bar car that they've just bought and they want to test it against a Skyline.
Can I please put this in perspective for you? There were guys there that had put up to 20 million rand in their vehicles. 20 million rand in their vehicles. I'm like, oh, do not crash.
I know, and there's always something, but I don't want to jinx it until we actually see it.
Into a vehicle.
Into a vehicle.
Don't you need, okay, so the thing is, if you want to do something like that, you need capital. Like, let's be honest.
No,
Like,
you need
you need like a
insurance,
lump
dude.
sum. I feel like the only way you're going to do this is if you win the lotto. Like, that's the only way you'd ever
So
be
there's
able
a
to lump
chance. There
sum
is a
in there.
chance.
There's
There
a
might
chance.
be.
Maybe someone out there could possibly get into the hill climb with some of this moolah, if you know
an
what I'm talking
idea.
about.
Okay, well, if I don't win the lotto this morning, here's how you can put yourself in line to possibly do it, because it could be massive if you do actually play. We can't give you the full 20 million, but we'll start you on your way with an estimated 550,000 rand. That's over 500,000 courtesy of today's jackpot this Monday. And if you want to make every day feel like a payday, which hopefully is around about this time, you actually need to play.
There we go. So luckily, there are many ways to buy your tickets, including in-store, where you can get to meet somebody in person. Nationallottery.co.za, that's if you're not really sure about the individuals outside. The mobile app also works discreetly if you want to do that. You can also purchase a ticket through your cell phone banking or by dialing *120*7529# for USSD.
You got options, man, sir. Now, all of these details are on our Expresso social media pages. You can go check them out right now. The question is, will the 550,000 rand daily estimated lotto jackpot be yours? Well,
Yes.
it can only be yours if you play now to find out. So Panda, push up, player, and good luck to you. It's going to be a goodie.
Fantastic. That's going to be so good.
I'm not going to share it, though. If I win it, I'm not going to. I will a little bit.
Can you at least make us terrines?
I can. I'll make you terrines
those
a couple of different ways, because we absolutely love them. I know it's a Monday and it's all about motivation, but we won't leave the kitchen alone. And yes, we are going to be dipping in with some beautiful terrines, something light and absolutely delicious. Look at that. It's Avo season, baby. We are here for that.
Listen, we've got a fast situation coming through right now. Yes, Rap Fast is standing by. He's going to be showcasing his... Whoa, look at him go.
No,
What?
don't- get out.
What? Whoa,
out.
okay. I want to find out more about that, and we get to do it in just a bit, Mzansi. Don't go anywhere. Let's dive into
not
that
even
young man's
looking.
mind. Wow.
It's not even looking. Come on.
Only you can make my day. Know that if you want to roam around the It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and things are going to be feeling a little bit faster right now, so pay attention, because this morning we are joined by Mom Marie-Eve and Raf Fast as a passionate speed cuber who's been solving Rubik's Cube since 2016. Now, with a newfound dedication to speed cubing, he has achieved remarkable times and aims to become a delegate for the sport. Now, Raf has started a YouTube channel. It goes by the name of @Fattest Cubes. So to share his journey and hopes to attend the Worlds in 2025. So let's give them a big feel-good welcome.
Yes, yes. So, yes, to confirm, it is Fastest Cubes, because this man is super fast. He's amazing. Raf Fast, what's up? You're like some sort of like a superhero. You're like, you don't really meet like the human. You only meet their alias. I feel like that's it now. Well, welcome. I know it's super early for you speed cubers. Or is this where you start practicing? I'm not sure.
Yeah, normally.
Normally at this time? Wow.
Thankfully it's quiet.
How do you handle that? So, I mean, you just obviously wake up in the morning and say, here's your breakfast and your cube, son.
No, I don't feed him. He feeds himself, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But, he could be doing drugs, so that's how I see the sport. This is a much better,
Wow. So getting into that, I mean, there are so many things out there. Gaming is super huge.
Yeah.
And so why cubing? Why was this thing and this surname, Fast, just like a connection for you?
When I first tried it kind of hooked me, and I always wanted to get faster. And then when I attended my first competition, then I was just going from then.
When was that first competition, actually?
It was 2022, like about April-ish of 2022.
And was it a decent result, or was it more of like I'm frustrated, I want to get better at this?
Yeah, it was more of an I'm frustrated, I want to get better at this. I had a few good times, but not really that many good times.
Okay, all right. And the work that you have to actually put into this, is it daily? Is it a constant? Is it
daily.
Whenever you have free time, do you find yourself playing around with it?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Work hours every day at it.
Okay, I like that. Nice.
This is a beautiful thing to do, must say, but you, Mom, I know that, it's something that you have to support. When your kid shows a passion, you have to support. So I just want to know, how are you on a Rubik's Cube?
I can solve the one by one.
One by one is
So
very good, yeah. I mean,
It's very common.
It's very complicated as well.
It's so complicated.
Yes,
I have very fast time on it.
Okay.
I more support him. I'm the biggest fan. I support him. He's gotten injury from over practicing before, so I massage him.
Got you.
Do that. That's my part in this. Not.
So the perfect crew, the Rubik's Cube crew, is that what we call you?
Yeah, I also have to keep his stats. So when he goes to competitions, he gives me these long write-ups. And then I have to know when I'm supposed to cheer, because he always gets faster. So I check, okay, is he doing good? And I keep track of the times, and I'm like, yay! Right. Otherwise, it's awkward. Yeah.
I got you. This is great.
Yeah.
So well done.
Thank you.
You've created an
Monster.
admin
Yeah.
hype.
Just about everything.
Monster in your mom.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Yeah, thank you. It was a hard job.
I can only imagine.
But you've come out on tops, bro.
Yeah.
And not only that hard job, but the job of trying to get to Worlds. Let's talk about that. 2025, things are getting serious now. This is no longer just a game.
Yeah.
You are officially an athlete, a genius,
Yes.
someone that's representing a lot of people behind your name. Do you feel the pressure of that? Is this more of an thing of excitement? Like, this is something you've always wanted. This is a dream you've been pursuing for a while.
Yeah, I do feel that, and yeah, I'd say I don't feel like there's pressure and I have to represent somebody. I'm more doing it for myself. I want to do well for myself. I don't always care if somebody beats me. As long as I did well for what I know I can do, then I'm happy. Because there's always going to be somebody faster than you.
That's true, but just try to be better than yourself in the previous day.
Be better than yourself from the last competition.
Nice, that's a good mantra, man. You're going places, yeah.
It is very good, because I find that, when you pick up something, especially as a young person, you can get very, very hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to not lose the joy, no matter how hard you're working. And do you feel that? Do you feel that's important about cubing as well?
Yeah, I definitely do it for the joy and not always the results. Yeah, it's great meeting people at competitions, and it's just, I find it rewarding to solve it each time.
That's so important, because I can only imagine, I've seen so many people pick up something, then they're so hard on themselves because they want to be the best, but I think they lose the joy.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that even if you make mistakes, it's all part of the journey, which is so wonderful. And That's the power.
It is the power. What's more powerful to me is, I mean, I had a first-hand chance to see you actually in the zone, right? Dude, it was so impressive because, firstly, like, you have these headphones on, I think, right?
No, they're earmuffs.
Earmuffs?
Yeah.
What's the reason for that?
To allow myself to concentrate, I block out all the sound.
Okay, so that makes sense to me because that's the moment I saw. You have this, like, hyper-focus.
Yeah.
Is anything even, like, existing in your world other than that cube when you're in the zone?
Nuh-uh.
What are you thinking about even? Is there like a process or is there a strategy to it?
No, I'm just trying to block everything out. Just only focus on that.
Wow, that's like entering some form of like a higher meditation. I don't know what zone or state you're entering into. Yes. I call it Super Saiyan. I don't know what you might call it, like Super Cube mode.
Saiyan.
Super Cube mode with the ref. Yeah, but it really is impressive, and I think this is something I'm dying to see. I think Mzansi and everybody else is going to get an opportunity to do this. You're going to show off your skills. I know there's various different types of cubes that we're going to go through, but yeah, we'll talk about the times, we'll talk about the different cubes in just a bit, because I know we're going to get to see those hands move faster than everybody ever thought. So thank you for coming through on the show this morning, man. Thank you for sharing some of your abilities to focus, and I think more importantly, just, showing us the world of cubing. This is absolutely incredible. You're going to be inspiring some kids in just a bit, but don't go anywhere. We've got lots more to discuss in a bit, Mzansi.
At Fastest Cube, go and check out his channel if you can. We'll keep those details up on our socials. I mean, who's adding more blocks to a Rubik's Cube? Are you silly? Well, maybe the Rubik's Cube is your thing. Maybe it was Tamagotchi back in the day. Maybe it's sticker collecting. Maybe it's marbles. We don't care. Everyone has had at some point a talent, a hobby that turned into something really cool at school. So what was your schoolyard talent? That was the question that we posed to you. And of course, Gary had to jump on that train right away. He said in primary school, we had played marbles, giving your age away. If you were good, you'd win a goon or goon. Those were the big marbles. Dude, I can feel myself getting excited just hearing that word, guy. We are cut from the same cloth. Melissa Lee Peckett saying, collect a water babies wearing Heelys, okay? And for those, I like the fact that she has given a little description in brackets, tackies with wheels underneath them, in case you missed that trend. I love you, Melissa. Monica Pullen say, good morning, Expresso show. Mine was Recce, where my athletics talent started. I don't know about that. Was that like a junior athletics type thing? Very, very cool. 5 stones, way back, coming from Verity. I think a lot of people are going to put their hands up for that one. I love that. Did you have a talent? Let's see. Perseverance saying, I loved hopscotch. Now my daughter plays it. That is the coolest thing. I've tried with many of the fads like marbles, kind of get my son and my daughter as inspired as I used to be. There are games available now that I think outshine ours, but we want to hear from you. Get nostalgic this morning. What was that schoolyard talent that you invested the most time and effort into? Hit us up on our socials or drop us a voice note, 063-408-8863.
Right, keep on going with that. But we're going to keep on going over here. We are still joined by one of the most talented Rubik's Cubers on the planet. Raf Fast is here, as well as mom, hype person, Marie-Eve is here to make sure we are doing this thing. We're going to give you a bit of a demo, all right? The demo is, we have to try and jumble this up enough.
Yeah.
Also, did I mention that I'm also very good in a 1x1?
Are you?
Talent. Amazing. Enough. Just I'm a talent. I am.
So you've got the 3x3, right? I've got a 2x2, correct? Yeah. And I know there's different versions of this, there's different types, but we're going to try and scramble this as best we can. So you got to just, and throw a challenge to Raf to see how fast he can do this, if he even has time to do it on live TV. So scramble away, my friend. Okay. Raf, while we're scrambling this, can you maybe just discuss with us what different types of Rubik's Cubes you'd actually get and the challenges?
Yeah, there's tons. So for like the official World Cube Association, it's called, there are 11 puzzles and 17 different events. So there's like the 3x3 cube and etc. But there's also variations of some of those. So you can do like the normal cube blindfolded or something like that.
Whoa, have you done something blindfolded as well? Mm-hmm. No ways. How long does something like that take?
It can take a while.
Well, for your while and my while, like my while's a couple of hours. Yours?
Yeah, so my best time for a Rubik's Cube blindfolded includes memorizing and then solving it. It's 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
2 minutes and 18 seconds.
Blindfolded, my friend. Blindfolded.
Yeah.
Yes, get it right. Okay.
Yo.
This is pretty much the hardest 2x2 you're ever going to probably solve. And how are you feeling about that scramble?
I'm just, honestly, this is properly scrambled.
Okay.
I'm very proud of it, actually. I'm looking at the design. This is fantastic. But I have a feeling this is going to go back to normal in seconds.
So can we recreate a scenario that you would have in a competition? I see you've got your mat here, and what looks like, is that a timer?
Yeah, it's a timer.
Okay, so maybe just talk to us how this works, how you're going to lay this down. Do we put it on the mat for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your 2x2.
Okay.
And you got the 3x3.
Okay.
This is a new event.
Okay, this is... Yes, thank you, manager.
Manager just reiterating this is a new event, but clock has started. Raf is in the zone. I don't know if the cameras can pick this up, but the hands are moving fast.
Normally it would be covered, so he would have 15 seconds to look at it and then solve.
What?
And that was a 9.78.
There was a 9. Oh, there we go. 9 points. That was incredible. See, I did jumble it up okay, right? It was all right.
I don't know, bro. I didn't even get to finish my conversation and Raf was already done.
Okay,
Cheapers.
do the other one, which is, this is going to be like
This one you won't have time for conversation.
What do you
Okay.
mean? Okay, I bet you I could get a conversation in before he gets this done. You tell me when you're ready, Raf. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so Marie, how are you doing today, considering your child's on national team? I didn't even get the question in, bro. You are insane. What? Are you real? I feel like you installed AI into your hands.
Yeah, probably.
That was... but that's,
That was
that shows
horrendous.
you...
That was actually a slow solve.
That was really
Right,
bad.
yeah.
That was bad?
That was horrible.
What is a good
Okay,
time?
hold on.
Average is about 1.9 or 2.0.
Are we talking seconds?
Yeah, seconds.
It's first thing in the morning.
Okay, it's in the morning, number one. Okay, let's be honest. It's first thing in the morning.
TV.
Okay, there's pressure. There's like many cameras around.
Live
I get
TV?
this. Okay.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow, okay, I'm blown away. I'm really excited, man. I'm wishing you nothing but the best of luck for this big opportunity at 2025. How are you feeling about it, bro?
I'm really excited for it. I really want to go. We'll see how it goes. It could be awful, it could be great. But yeah, it's more about the sport, and it doesn't always matter like what results you get.
I think you are just... That's a mic drop moment right there, man.
Yeah.
You have the mindset, you have the energy, and I think you're going to go places, Raf, and you've got a great team behind you. So I think between the two of you, you're going places, man, and I want to thank you so much for sharing your talent on the show. I think you've inspired a lot of South Africa and a lot of young kids right now, so expect the competition to be coming after you, bro, but I think you got it. You don't have to worry. You are absolutely exceptional today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Raf Foster in the building! Beautiful stuff, man. It doesn't stop there. We've still got so much to look forward to in your Feel Good Breakfast show. Of course, we're talking about diving into the kitchen. We've got Avo and cucumber terrines, I believe. I'm still trying to figure out what that is, actually.
No, so basically, it's the little... You'll see it.
Okay,
So Graham's going to do it, though. That's why we decided on him. And then Zuri Molefe is a very, very young YouTuber, online gamer as well. And we meet another young talent on your Feel Good Breakfast show very, very soon. So please stay there.
Mum stands for care. So honor your mum this Mother's Day, and one of 20 Pamper package and spa vouchers, each worth 2,000 Rand, could be yours. So enter on the Mum Facebook or Instagram page at Mum South Africa, like or follow and comment on the competition post with the special quality you got from your mum. Now don't forget to use the hashtag #IGotItFromMyMum. Now the competition closes the 13th of May and your T's and C's apply.
always a feel-good morning here on Expresso whenever we're hanging out with superstars. And this morning I am fangirling because we have got a 10-year-old king that is taking over YouTube. I'm talking about Zuri Mulife, who is honestly energetic, fun, dynamic, and all of the amazing things you need in someone who is leading the pack. I say that because every young kid around South Africa from the ages of 5 to 12 wants to be him, and everybody else is just in adoration and admiration of who he is and what he does. He is the son of TiVo Touch, and today he brings his own touch. Yeah. Everybody welcome Zuri.
Thank you.
Zuri, coolest kid in the country. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Are you excited to be here?
I am excited.
I'm excited to have you here with us because you're doing such amazing things, hey?
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Let's jump into your family, right? TiVo Touch is your dad, ne?
Yes.
Yeah, I had to make sure. Yeah. And this is where you get the swag from. You know, in terms of him being in the media and everything, does he give you any tips about it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah?
But I'm already doing great, so sometimes I don't need it.
Oh, come on. I love it. Has he given you any, like, advice about being a content creator?
Not really advice, but like busy telling me about the past of my family.
Okay.
Because one of my grandfathers owned a church and he was busy preaching.
Oh, wow.
That's why I'm not really that nervous.
I love that. It comes easy to you.
Comes easy to me.
Exactly. And you are a natural. Once you step in front of the camera, like, you flow.
It's just a black box.
I love that.
I don't know why, but kids are like,
But not you. You're not one of those
me.
kids. No.
Yes.
I love it. So it's literally in your blood. And Zuri, you're doing so amazing. And
Thank you.
especially with your YouTube channel, Sorry I'm Late, with Zuri. Why did you choose that name?
Because I've been always late to birthday parties,
Hi, Zuri.
sometimes even school.
Zuri,
But I made up for it.
I love that. So tell me, why did you want to tie that in with your YouTube channel? Sorry I'm Late with Zuri.
I chose Sorry I'm Late because when I was in grade 3, I thought of names. But I was thinking about it so much.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a name for my firstborn child.
Oh my goodness, yes, Zuri.
But it's just a channel on the internet. So I just say, let me just simple this down. Sorry I'm late. Then my mom puts with Zuri.
Oh, I love that. And Zuri, you know what? I was judging you earlier on, but I was also always late in school. But now I'm better. So we need to get better.
Yes.
But you see, it brought along a really cool name, which is amazing.
It does.
Yeah. But along with all these videos that you now have been making on your channel, what's the coolest thing you've learned, do you think?
The coolest thing I've learned, I'm very good at YouTube.
Oh, come on. I love that. What tells you that you're good at YouTube, Zuri?
Like for the first few months of my channel, I'm almost at 100 subscribers.
That's a king, right?
I'm like 70 something.
What? That's amazing. I'm so proud of you, Zuri. And especially because stepping in front of a camera can be daunting, like you said. But the fact that you were like, I want to put myself out there, I want to have some fun. It's incredible.
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah.
Because I want to share my childhood in case I'm an old person and I want to look back in the good old days.
Yes, I love that. And then you have all your videos right there. Ne?
Yeah, it's right there.
Beautiful. And for any kids who are watching right now, Zuri, you know, what is your channel about exactly?
It's about enjoyment. Because I'm kind of a goofball.
I love that. That's good. You mustn't take life too seriously.
Don't take life too seriously. YOLO!
YOLO! You only live once.
Yes.
Zuri, you're saying this at 10 years old, Matungwena. I love it. But Zuri, you know that there are other kids out there who also want to be like you one day, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so what tips would you give them for starting?
Yeah, I'm doing this off the dome.
That's right. This sounds like TiVo Touch now. I love this. You can... There it is. Zuri, I love your work. I love your energy. You're honestly so incredible. And I also think that you've got such big things ahead of you. Can I ask you, what dreams do you have for your YouTube channel and just for you in general?
I'm gonna hit that 100 million.
That's right. I believe in you. Can I come to the party when you eventually have one?
Okay.
Amazing, to celebrate your 100 million subscribers. Yeah, beautiful.
I'll get the play button and everything.
Yeah, that's right. You see, and you gotta have big dreams, Zuri.
Dream big or hardly dream at all.
That's right. And can I ask you, do you want to one day follow in your dad's footsteps and like go into radio and television or anything like that?
Here's the thing. your boy is talented at many things.
I love it.
I'm good at public speaking, so sort of I could be a lawyer.
You could be the president.
Yeah, I'm very good at engineering, so I could be an engineer.
Come on.
And also, I've been thinking about also being a movie star. So I have 3 options.
I love that. And what kind of movies would you make?
Action comedy.
I knew it.
I'll go in the footsteps of Jack Black.
I knew it. I could see you kind of like, you see, you are the main. You got the, you know, the vibes for the action. And then Jack Black is the one who's kind of like there being your sidekick, right?
Yeah, well, not really sidekick.
Okay. I love that. Zuri, congratulations again, my lovely. And thank you so much for being amazing.
Thank you.
Shall we do our, yeah, that's right. Okay. Uh-huh. Perfect. We're cool like that.
Yeah.
His name
What
is
are you
Zuri
guys doing?
Mulife, and he is taking over YouTube. But as you can tell with this energy, my love, he's going to take over the world. You're still tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3.
Oh, love it. Absolute little legend. Well, before we let Zuri go take over the world, we've, of course, got to focus on Mother's Day. Yes, because it's just around the corner. I think a lot of people woke up this weekend thinking it was this Sunday. You're okay. It's next Sunday. And, of course, that's a chance for us to just heap some love and everything we can on our moms. And we know that Avos have been around since the beginning of time, just like your mom has lovingly nurtured you from day one. So now is the perfect opportunity to reciprocate that love with these Avo and cucumber terrines. Normally, I would say they're not good enough to thank your mother for all of the love, but when Jenny makes them, they are just about good enough to do that. I love the sound of these. Light, delicious, full of flavor. Jenny Morris, this is going to be a special one.
Creamy and nutty, and you know me, I love an Avo.
And we get some of the best Avos in the world. We export and keep some of the best Avos in the world. I love our Avo
And
industry.
the season has been extended.
For
you know
sure.
what that means, eh? We can have Avos almost all year round.
I know, because it's just worth it. They are a gold mine from a nutrients perspective, but they just taste beautiful, and you can use them in so many ways. So we are making, if I am correct, little tartlets this morning. How would you describe a terrine?
A terrine is something that is layered and set with a bit of gelatine.
Okay.
And this is literally very, very easy. Let me just pop that aside.
Love the sound. Well, everyone who's making them for Mother's Day loves the sound of that, because we
yes.
don't want to push the boat out too far and then have a
No.
disaster. We want something that's going to have spectacular results, but
Yes.
that is relatively simple to make.
Simple. It's literally blitz. So what
Blitz
you're going to
and
simply
meng.
do for your mama here
Okay,
is
Mama
you're going
Bear.
to make me some crumb base.
Okay.
Put some butter
Okay,
into that,
I will
and
do
then
it.
you're going to mix it and then just press it about a halfway.
Okay, sure. And
Into
that then
there.
becomes the beautiful base.
That's a beautiful base. And what I'm doing this, we're going to have cucumber. Cucumber and avocado love each other.
Ooh,
and then, of
that's-
course, you've got cream cheese.
Oh, get out. Okay, now the
telling you.
tartlet kind of idea is coming together beautifully in my mind. And when we talk about avos being perfect for this kind of dish, well, they're perfect for just about any kind of dish, but we are so spoilt here in South Africa. So we've got the green-skinned and the dark-skinned avocados. Your preference, I love them both, and they're both grown and available here in South Africa almost all year round. As Jen said, we've extended that avo season, and you can go and choose whichever color gets you most excited. They are equally delicious and nutritious. That's the joy. They are high in energy, they are heart healthy, they've got all the right kind of fats, they've got vitamin K, they've got biotin, sodium, cholesterol free. They're a great source of fiber. You can understand why these have been cultivated for over 10,000 years
I know.
by humans, which is crazy to me.
I know. And
The
it's
OG.
green gold here.
It
Green
really
gold.
is.
It's just
Okay.
healthy overall and everything. Now, a little bit of gelatine
Okay.
you can use, and you just sponge it, and then in it goes, and I'm going to just go blitz, blitz, blitz.
And did you have to bloom the gelatine first, or what's the...
Yes, just to get it to soften up.
Too sweet.
Look at that. Bang, bang.
And it really is that simple. I don't want to overload our base here, but I'm going to about half. And I suppose to a degree, you want the base to kind of counterpunch. You want to counterpunch the softness of the terrine part with the
Yes.
crunch.
You
Yeah?
have this beautiful texture. What I do like is sometimes to put a little bit of chili in here. If it's for me. This mummy like it hot.
For sure.
Yeah, but if you're working with chili, let Dad put the chili and don't let the kids because
Exactly.
Just have a look
What sort
here,
of
Chief.
consistency are you going for
That's
there?
beautiful. I'm going for something really nice and smooth.
Okay.
And you can make little avo roses to stick on top. You can make tiny little avo blocks. Remember, it's the youngsters doing it. Thank you. Can you help me with this?
We are.
We're going to just...
Now just going to
yeah,
fill
you go
our
one
little...
side, yeah.
There we go.
And you go there and I go here. Just look at that consistency. You can do that. I'm going to eat the avo.
I was going to say, you've just made the most delicious dip for the weekend.
It doubles up.
Exactly. Wow. And it's already got some body to it. So
it's beautiful.
And then from here into the fridge, presumably?
Literally, into the fridge, you're going to set it. You know what's lovely about this recipe, kids? You can make this the night before.
Oh.
And surprise Mom. It'll be lovely. You can have it with sourdough bread, with crackers.
Yum.
Makes a beautiful starter.
Oh, I can imagine. I might even throw some feta in there for a little bit of saltiness.
Yes, I'd have this for breakfast.
Oh,
I
for
want
sure.
mine for breakfast. Are you listening, boys?
Well, here's the fun part, Jenny Morris. You can actually have this for breakfast because it is breakfast time and we've got it. Look at that.
Yeah.
If you're going to be entertaining, I love the idea that you can do beautiful little kind of bespoke items there. Absolutely exquisite. It looks beautiful. And then we're rounding it off with a little bit of dill, yeah?
A little bit of dill. And what I would suggest is maybe make it easier for the kiddies is just to line this with some paper. What do you call it? Plastic.
Okay,
Plastic.
just something so that
yeah.
they... And because
And
it's
then
not
you can
being
just
cooked,
pull it
it's,
out, yeah.
you can use your normal kind of
That's it.
kitchen wrap, and that look absolutely
Isn't that
amazing. And we'll
gorgeous?
pop that into the fridge, and then you end up with these absolutely beautiful, beautiful little tartlets. I wonder who has earned the right to taste a little tartlet this morning. I wonder if Ryle is, because this kind of looks like his vibe. Let's see if we can invite Ryle in to come and taste a little tartlet, because I have a feeling these will be right up his street. When you're looking for something to make for Mama's Day, keep it simple, but have a little bit of impact, buddy.
Jenny.
From Mother Nature to
Jenny
Nature
Morris and
Boy.
tarts in the kitchen. I mean, does it get any better?
This is my Mother's Day treat.
I was going to say, it's a Mother's Day gift, all wrapped in one. So these are our avo and cucumber terrines.
Oh, gosh,
my friend.
can the start of the week get any better? I mean, treat like this. Let me just stop talking and indulge rather.
Have a little...
See? Oh, look at you.
You've got a little bit of the dill there as well.
Well, hello.
Fresh.
Ooh,
Isn't it good?
spot on, mate. This is just for me. Wow.
Oh, you know, when he pulls out the Australian, then it must be really good.
Yeah, mate. This is absolutely fantastic. Wow. Jean, thank you so much.
That's my pleasure.
It's fresh. It's got a zestiness to it. I love the texture change. It's got like a fluffiness as well, and that crumble at the bottom. What's happening in my mouth,
I'm
guys?
sorry, man. I didn't mean to give you a life-changing experience.
Can I just go have a moment with this, please? Thank you so much.
I think Paul Ryle is going to be oversensitized between the Rubik's Cube and all the taste tests this morning. Absolutely beautiful, and I think Mom would love this. So go and show some gratitude and affection this Mother's Day by adding an avo. And for more information and avo recipes, this is the source, avocado.co.za. It's an incredible source for all things avo. And you can hit at I Love Avocado SA on Facebook, and then follow at I Love Avos SA on Instagram for more inspiration, more flavor explorations. You've knocked this out the park. I think this is the Mother's Day gift that keeps on giving. Yo, look at
Give
it.
it to me.
Yay.
We go from terrines to machines a bit later with the TechSpan Robotics team doing so well in Texas on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And then, of course, just alongside me, a privilege to have Zoe Modiga here for you. We'll chat to Zoe in a minute. I'm not going to let her speak now. I just want you to look just for a moment. You see there? Just have a look first. There it is. And when you are ready, we'll have a conversation. So get ready, grab a cup of coffee. We'll be right back.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back and good morning. It's Expresso here at S3. And as you know, on this show, we love Zoe's. And we brought you another one. Zoe Modiga is here. She is a South African musical sensation, recently released a highly anticipated third studio album, which I know you've listened to already, like from top to bottom. If you haven't, hello, Nomthandazo is here for you. Let's take a listen. It is the one and only Zoe Modiga! Yes!
Hello, my beautiful friend.
Hello, handsome, gorgeous human beings. It's so beautiful to see both of you.
Oh.
See, that's why we keep inviting her back.
That's correct.
It's so lovely.
That's all we wanted to hear. We're done now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Can we put the music back on and just chill? You are sounding exquisite.
Thank you.
There is something divine, shall I say, about the way that you are sounding. Talk us through Nomthandazo, a new offering that I would imagine was painstakingly put together, curated, knowing the kind of person that you are. A lot would have gone into this before you released it to the world.
Absolutely. I mean, this album is a hard work. It was an album that was started in 2020 during that time that we won't get too much into.
Yes.
But it was an album that was really just inspired by the quiet that came from that space and the inner work that came from that space. It was the one time where the whole world was going through the exact same thing, and that does not happen very often.
For sure.
So this album is really there to just celebrate our inner worlds. It's there to also celebrate matriarchy, because it is named after my grandmother, whose name is Nomthandazo.
Oh,
and she gave me that name. I know people know me as Zoe, but it actually comes from Nomthandazo. But yeah, it really is just a cinematic, spirited, inner work album that is there to just celebrate us as we move through this world. We always have to wear different masks.
Yes.
For sure.
From being a janitor to a CEO, a mom, a dad, an uncle. But this is a work that reminds us that it all really begins with the relationship that we have with ourselves.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's actually a fascinating fact. Nomthandazo.
Oui.
Boom! So I didn't even know that.
Try the Rubik's Cube again quickly now. Try the Rubik's Cube. Maybe it's your time.
I thought my music knowledge was like top-notch until I heard that. Okay, thank you so much. Sure, Wikipedia did nothing for me. Anyway, but now let's talk about that rich cultural heritage. You seem to always go back to it in any of the works that you do. Why is it so important to establish this grounding in all of your work? I think it's been fascinating.
I think I find so much inspiration from it, and I believe we're all global citizens, but there's something that sets us apart when we're able to get into that grounding space of celebrating our identities, our languages, our cultures, the way in which we move in the world. Yes. And I think South Africa is one of the most popping places that they are.
Yeah.
And when we navigate exploring and touring all over the world, it's beautiful to see people react to the lovely thing that we are, that we carry, the flavor that we are.
Our difference.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think far too often that's how we set ourselves apart, is by what we don't have in accordance to others, not by what we have that others don't have.
Yeah.
And I think
100%.
South Africa is shining in that sense. I know you're not about the accolades, but you recently took a beautiful Young Achiever Award that speaks to more than just achieving within the musical space. So I think because you come with that gravitas, because you take so much time and care, how did that feel in your little world?
I find that any space that platforms and sees us and what it is that we contribute to the art space is so incredibly beautiful. It is a cutthroat industry. It is filled with so many interesting, weird, and wonderful experiences. And to be able to be documented in a beautiful way, I think, is a thing that gives life. And it's a thing that allows me to navigate moving forward with what it is that I do, knowing that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm as honest and as impactful and as influential as I would like to be.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
do you have a doctorate? Do you have a doctorate in life? Can you do that?
I mean,
can you get a doctorate
can
in life?
someone give me one? I'm ready. I'm ready to receive that doctorate.
They gave one to Rassie Erasmus. They might as well give one to you as well. Come on now, please. Zoe's sitting right here. But of course, a little later, we need to chat about a certain album launch that's going to happen in Joburg very, very soon for you. Plus, Nomthandazo. we will be performing for you on your Feel Good Breakfast show, so make sure you stay there. We have talent here. Talking about talent, here's Raul's face.
This face is not as good as that incredible soul right there, and I can't wait to dive into that. But for now, the official duties must commence, and national duties are up first. Now, national headlines: the Kampepe Commission of Inquiry into the Usidiso building fire in Johannesburg has found that the city of Johannesburg and its entities were liable for the deaths of 77 residents. Now, the blaze, which ravaged the building in August last year, led to the deaths and left scores of others injured and displaced. Now, Justice C.C. Kampepe said the city had breached its own bylaws. And she said the city of Johannesburg and the Johannesburg Property Company never attended to repairs and maintenance of the building. While sticking to national headlines, the Independent Electoral Commission, religious leaders and several political party representatives yesterday participated in a national day of prayer organized by the SA Council of Churches, otherwise known as the SACC. Now, at the Grace Bible Church in Soweto, ahead of the national and provincial elections on the 29th of May. Now, the SACC President Archbishop Thabo Makgoba, who delivered the sermon, said the incoming leadership must be characterized by people who love the country. Now, the mass prayer service asked for peace, calm, and tolerance leading up to and during, as well as after, the elections. Well, moving over to international headlines, and Israel has closed the Kerem Shalom crossing in Gaza after Hamas fired rockets from the Strip. Now, Israel said the attack killed 3 of its soldiers, and the crossing is one of the few routes used to bring humanitarian aid, including food and medical supplies, into Gaza. Now, meanwhile, mediators have held 2 days of talks in Cairo aimed at securing a deal for a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of hostages held by Hamas. Now, the latter said that its delegation would now travel to Qatar to consult with its leadership. Next up, hundreds of people's homes in the Mukuru wa Ruben slum in the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, as well as across the wider Nairobi country, were demolished this past weekend. Now, this follows a government order for anyone living near rivers to leave their homes and move to higher ground in the wake of heavy rains and flooding, which have claimed some 300 lives over numerous weeks. Now, slums make up most neighborhoods built in marginal land along river valleys in Nairobi. And the government said the demolitions were necessary to prevent further deaths. Well, lastly in the headlines, Madonna attracted a staggering 1.6 million fans to a free concert at Copacabana Beach in Brazil, marking the finale of her Celebration World Tour. Now, despite scorching temperatures exceeding 30 degrees Celsius, enthusiastic concert goers endured hours or even days of waiting to secure prime spots along the sand and oceanfront boulevard. Now, firefighters sprayed water to cool the crowd, and free drinking water was distributed. Now, on top of this, some 3,000 police officers were responsible for implementing security measures, and the Queen of Pop, aged 65, delivered a mesmerizing performance of her greatest hits for over 2 hours, including songs such as Like a Prayer and Vogue. Now, in her 40-year career, this concert marked her largest yet, surpassing a previous record attendance set in Paris back in 1987. Oh, it looks like an absolute jewel, but hopefully it was a jewel for the rest of the weekend when it comes to all things sport. And here's G-Man with the latest.
Now, I thought about just turning the volume down for this first story, so feel free to do that. Liverpool rediscovered their winning touch, and they did it in style with a 4-2 Premier League triumph over Tottenham Hotspur yesterday in what marked Jurgen Klopp's very emotional second-to-last match at Anfield. I think it hit hard. So goals from Mohamed Salah, clearly they've repaired that rift. Andy Robertson, Cody Gakpo and Harvey Elliott securing a crucial victory for Liverpool, who had struggled in recent league outings with the finish line so close in sight. So despite still having a mathematical chance at that title, they still sit 5 points behind leaders Arsenal with 2 games left, and then 4 points adrift of reigning champions Man City, who also still have that 1 game in hand, and Haaland is in form. Now let's look at the form over the last year as it applies to the SA Sports Awards. And SA Rugby dominated the 17th SA Sports Awards at Sun City over the weekend, clinching 7 prestigious accolades. So riding high on the Springboks' successful World Cup defence in France, their record-breaking effort, the team received widespread recognition, understandably. Siya Kolisi, he earned both the People's Choice Award and Sports Star of the Year, while Jacques Nunaba, he claimed Coach of the Year. Then Mani Labok was honoured as Newcomer of the Year, and my man, Eben Etzebeth, Sportsman of the Year, and then Mark Alexander as Administrator of the Year. What a collab. The Springboks were hailed as Team of the Year as well. Then some other big winners included sailor Kirsten Neuschäfer. What an achievement, a world first there, Sportswoman of the Year. Then Simone Kruger and Mpumelelo Mklongo, recognized by the South African Sport Association for the physically disabled. Congratulations to every one of you. Now we turn to rugby, and they found form at the right time. The Sharks succeeded in their quest to become the first South African franchise to qualify for the EPCR Challenge Cup final. That was as they fought their way back from a 10-point halftime deficit to hold on for dear life for a 32-31 victory in a tense semi-final against Clermont at the Twickenham Stadium in London. That was, of course, Saturday afternoon. And the KwaZulu-Natalians will face Gloucester in that final at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. And that's the 24th of May. That was after the English side defeated Benetton 40-23 in that other semi-final, also playing out in England. Now it seems he's finally got his moment. As we turn to Formula One, Lando Norris secured his maiden Formula One victory, and he did it in stunning fashion at a superstar Miami Grand Prix, marking a milestone in his career, obviously. So the McLaren driver outpaced world champion Max Verstappen by over 7 seconds, and Charles Leclerc of Ferrari, he clinched 3rd place on the podium. Norris's triumph coming in his 110th race for McLaren, making it obviously a very memorable moment for both him and the team. Great to see McLaren back on top, looking at that incredible history there within motorsport. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Hopefully the same sort of analogies don't apply to the traffic this morning, and it's a lot less competitive. And Carl's got the latest.
Thanks a lot, G. Let's take a look at your traffic and get you to work safely. Germiston, Johannesburg, I'll start there for you. There is a road closure on the N3 highway at Rand Airport Road, and this is due to protesting, so make use of an alternative route, please, and exercise caution while driving. Let's stay in Germiston because there's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N12 westbound at Kaluli's interchange. The centre lane is closed, so expect delays and allow for some extra travel time. That's it for traffic. Let's take a look at your weather. Now, the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for strong interior winds, posing risks for tall vehicles on certain routes in the southern and southeastern regions of the Northern Cape. Additionally, a yellow level 1 warning has been issued for rough waves, making sea navigation challenging and potentially disrupting smaller ports along the coast from Cape Columbine as well as Cape Gullis. Moreover, there are extreme fire danger conditions expected in parts of the central and Little Karoo in the Western Cape, as well as the central and southern areas of the Northern Cape, along with the western and central regions of the Eastern Cape. So do be safe in those respective areas. But naturally, let's get a smile on your face with sunrise views. And Adrian, he decided to donate this particular picture from Benoni. And it's not AI, because nothing is phony in Benoni. So thanks a lot for sending that through. 063-408-8863. You can send your sunrise picture. We'd love to see it right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show as we take a look at your temperatures across Mzansi.
there's still so much to look forward to right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The youth have been inspiring, and I think we're going to keep that going right now. There's a lot to look forward to. I want you to obviously go quench yourselves because things are going to get very delicious out here. Now, we're talking about inspiration and we're talking about TechSpand. They are a robotics team that, have done the most, headed to World Champs in Texas and taken the #1 spot. Can you believe it? All the way from South Africa, representing. And then on top of that, we're also going to be looking at alternative energy solutions. So a great pertinent round of conversations coming up in just a bit. Mzansi, where are you at? Don't go anywhere. Sip on some good stuff and we'll see you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Now, luckily, Ryla and I are used to being humbled on the show, which is going to happen right now. In fact, now we're going to be inspired, enthused, motivated, because we have 4 senior members of TechSpand Robotics team. I want you to remember that name. I'm talking about Ethan Buckle, Peter Robinson, Matthew Greenwood, and Hannah Buckle. Yes, they are related. These remarkable young people recently made headlines, understandably so, by winning the first World Championship of the First Tech Challenge. This is massive. It's a robotics competition in Houston, Texas that attracts the best in the world, showcasing their talent and determination, a bit of fortitude on a global stage. So can we give them a massive, massive round of applause? Welcome to it. I wish we had a live studio audience that we could have had a rapturous applause, but our cameramen will have to do. Well done, guys. Well done.
Yeah,
awesome.
This is incredible. It's inspiring. I feel like South Africans are going to take over the world, and you are at the precipice of what is, I think, just magic right now. You, obviously, the founder of TechSpand, the team. Talk to me about the team, the inspiration behind it, how this thing even came about, and why you started it.
I've been involved in robotics for a long time. Like when I was young, I would take apart old appliances.
Okay.
Always like using the parts to like put together something that...
Could you put them back together again?
Maybe not so that they were working, but it looked like they were back together. But normally I just use the parts and put something else different back together. And I got involved in first robotics competition quite young. But in my first team, we only had 2 hours with the robot per week. So really, we didn't have enough time, I felt, to really improve.
Be competitive.
Yes, to be
Just like a
competitive.
trailer for you, actually.
Yes. And then I found out there was like a grant to start new teams. So I managed to convince a bunch of my friends and sort of pulled my family into it. So we never thought we could actually like win the competition. But as we learned more and we actually really did improve and grow our skills, we did start to set our hopes a little bit higher. And this season was actually the first time where we really had goals of getting to the World Championship and doing somewhat well over there. So we never thought whether we would actually win the whole competition. That was a very big surprise.
The first time you try and you win.
Yeah,
That's basically what you're saying.
Well, we were there the previous season, but we really didn't do super well with the robot. This season's really being a step up. And I think the amount of time that we put into developing our skills, really putting a focus on learning rather than doing well, has paid off over the long term rather than looking for. We really want to do well short term.
But well done, man. And I mentioned the word fortitude because very often these things are one on the human spirit element, not necessarily on the know-how and the robot that you present, because these are big moments. And I would imagine arriving at a big moment where you're no longer just the smartest person in the room, but everybody in the room is the smartest person in the room whenever they are there. Hannah, give us some background. So what does the competition actually entail and how did you earn your spot there? I would imagine even qualifying is pretty tough.
So first is a competition that centers around robots. There's a new season released in September every year, and teams have about 4 months to kind of build, design, and code their robot. Then they'll go to the competitions and they'll compete, and you can win and kind of progress to the next level either by winning the robot game, but then there's also this thing called the Inspire Award, and how you get that is by kind of excelling in kind of all the aspects of the competition, because the competition's cool because it doesn't only include kind of robotics. It also has other things like community outreach, connecting with STEM professionals, and even stuff to do with fundraising and finance management. And so you can also build a lot of really cool life skills from that. So for us, in the regional and national competition, our team won Inspire and the robot game, which was pretty amazing for us. Then at Worlds, we kind of had these qualification matches, which is kind of the first stage of the competition. And that was kind of challenging for us because, I mean, it's obviously a big step up. You're competing against the best of the best. But we kind of managed to work our way through that and eventually got into kind of the elimination rounds. We had a lot of like really close wins, some really tough matches, but in the end, we kind of made it through.
The 1 point rule, we speak about it, the South African 1 point rule.
There can only be one win. And I think there's more to be said about South Africans because we definitely have something unique about us. Peter, when you maybe competed against some of the other teams and some of the other sort of competitors and members, what was it like? Was it quite intimidating going up against the rest of the world? Or did you feel like, I've got a confident team here, I've got confidence in myself, I think we're going to be able to smash this one? What was that feeling like for you being out there?
It was really amazing to be out there competing against the best of the best. And yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity to have met all these really amazing teams and yeah, just getting to know them and being held as actually being one of the best teams now, which is really amazing for our team. Yeah.
You've got the bragging rights, which is great, but all of this says to me that you've already started to set up your strategic network for potentially your career. You're starting to iron out and test yourselves literally in the coalface, which pretty much the job is going to demand that when you're starting to work in this space. So, Matthew, I wanted to ask you, what was it that won? Yeah. What was it about this team? Was it the strategy? Are you just brilliant and you just got that perfect chemistry? What do you think put you guys ahead?
Yeah, no, so I would definitely like to think that we are kind of better than the rest. that sounds
Don't
really
think it, buddy. There are 3 trophies that prove that you are better than the rest.
But I think something that really kind of helped us win and tied us together is our vibe. We've always really, as a team, put the feel and, you know, being just a group of friends first. And so I think that's kind of what helped us win, to, under those very pressured circumstances, just to kind of stick together and, you know, be ourselves and remain calm.
Do it for each other.
Yeah.
Do it for each other. And you've
I love that. Listen, I'm dying to find out what you actually did. And it sounds amazing. I think everybody watching now is like, okay, well, where's the robot? Where's the robot? Luckily, Mzansi, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go far because they've brought all the tools and all the magic right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We're going to be going through a demo, just showcasing how they became champions. Anything that we should be looking out for? Anything
should we be nervous?
Yeah.
I mean, not really.
Nothing about how you responded there made me feel any more
standing
secure.
on the field,
it should be fine,
it does drive quite fast. So if it were to drive into you, it would probably hurt quite a bit. But generally, that doesn't happen.
I've had practice. I've had practice.
No doubt. Now I'll keep Raul just in front of me, and it's fine. Stick around. We're going to put the robot to the test in just a moment.
You know what? That is fantastic. Robotics just like that. And now it's Builders Do Day. Now today, we're diving into the future with alternative energy solutions and how Builders is leading the charge towards a sustainable tomorrow. Take a look.
Hi guys, it's Ndibo Damini here, your go-to DIY enthusiast, and today we're here at Rivonia Builders Warehouse to explore more on the future of our home-based energy solutions. You know, there's a lot of concerns about sustainability and also cost effectiveness. This is where we know alternative energy solution is the way to go. So there's a lot to do, and let's explore it. This getting. Ooh, have this.
Hi Indy, how are you?
Hi Kumaran, how are you doing?
Nice to see you.
Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Kumaran, please tell me about the different alternative energy solutions that Builders Warehouse has to offer.
We've got so many great solutions for customers at Builders. Starting from the average plug-and-play solutions, it's quite simple. You literally just plug it into your wall socket, seeing that it's within the capacity that's required, be it your TV, your router, or your home theater. It would then provide you seamless power during times of outages and non-outages. We've also seen that customers react well with this new trend of glamping, where they take their portable power solutions to a campsite and ensure that they have uninterrupted, reliable power.
With the different energy solutions that you just mentioned, how do those cater to homeowners who want to reduce their overall carbon footprint?
The actual carbon footprint reduction actually comes when you add to this solution a solar panel, because then it harvests the power of the sun and then reduces your need to use grid power to recharge the unit. So Indy, now that I've shown you all the great portable power solutions that we have, this is an example of a fully installed backup power solution that we offer here at Builders. The great thing about this solution, and it's a first for any brick and mortar retailer, is that this unit, the price that you see in store, includes delivery to your home, it includes installation, and it includes the COC, which is a certificate of compliance.
In an event where my needs change and I end up needing more power in the household, what are my options, especially with a unit like this?
This unit is fully scalable. So should you have bought the 5 kilowatt unit with the 5 kilowatt inverter and battery, and you need more storage, you can easily upgrade the storage up to another 15 to 20 kilowatts. Over and above that, this unit is fully solar ready.
You know, with this amazing technology that you're explaining to me, how do we integrate that to Builders Do Day? I know we are all excited about Builders Do Day, but how do we integrate that amazing technology to Builders Do Day?
The integration to Do Day is that we at Builders have solutions for you, be it from a entry-level plug-and-play solution all the way up to units that can power petrol station forecourts, retirement homes, businesses. We have solutions for you. So it is Do Day. Get to Builders, get it done.
Kumaran, please tell me more information about this geyser. This looks very interesting.
It's actually an integrated heat pump, and what it does do is it replaces the need for you to have a geyser in your home. So a traditional geyser would be a 3,500 watt unit, and it would give you 200 liters of hot water. This unit is a 500 watt unit, and it gives you the same output of 200 liters of hot water, but obviously at a fraction of the energy consumption that a traditional geyser would. We've seen customers that have reported almost a 50% saving on their electricity bill after installing these units.
You know, Kumaran, you've explained in detail about the plug-and-play solutions and also the solar panels and also the solar inverters. And I'm actually interested, tell me more about generators, because all that I know is that generators are noisy, and what options do I have when it comes to generators?
Generators have been noisy.
Yeah.
They've been extremely hungry on fuel, and generally they cost a lot to run. What we've seen is, like with alternate power and portable power solutions, the generator market has also evolved. And as opposed from the traditional noisy generators that you rightfully mentioned, we now got inverter technology generators. These generators are silent. Over and above that, these generators now include pure sine waves technology, which then allows you to run sensitive equipment like electronics and medical equipment on these generators. And the best part is they're also becoming lighter and lighter, meaning that the average customer that lives in an apartment can now move these units around to getting power to where they want to have it. So customers essentially would come into our stores and they would say to us, look, my microwave is 1,000 watts and my router is 35 watts and my TV is 150 watts. We would then look at it and say, over what period do you want the solution to run for? And our trained sales consultants will then give you the solution based on your actual equipment at home.
So in terms of people wanting more information regarding the different alternative energy solutions, what support does Builders offer in store and also online regarding that?
We have friendly, well-trained staff members that are very knowledgeable on the solutions that we have in our stores. Over and above that, we have a fantastic website that has a lot of detailed instructions and content with regards to the products we sell. And lastly, we are a trusted retailer where peace of mind and customer first is paramount. And that's what we will continue to help our South Africans during the power outages.
I'm so excited with all this information. I'm ready to make my final buying decision. Thank you so much for this. Whether you want to go green or to save money, or even both, Builders has got you covered. Visit your nearest Builders store today or go online at builders.co.za and take an amazing step forward into a brighter and more eco-friendly future for your home.
Look at that, it's Due Day with Builders and stand the chance to win a 2,000 Rand Builders voucher. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us what home improvement tasks are on your Due Day list. And of course, which materials do you need from Builders? And don't forget to add hashtag Builders Due Day. Competition closes Friday, 31 May at midnight. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Do it today, because today perhaps is Due Day.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Before you go out and tackle your next big job, let's think about Mother's Day for just a second. If you're a little bit nervous, don't worry. We've got you sorted. Mothers do like things like high tea.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to put together some delectable little delights just for Mama.
Oh, that's going to make it the perfect occasion. And speaking of occasions, we're going to still show you the occasion of how the TechSpan team show off their robotic skills and how they took that world champion spot. Oh, let me tell you, stand by. It's going to be incredible. See you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and possibly let me welcome you back to the future, because we are standing by with Ethan Buckle, Peter Robinson, Matthew Greenwood, and Hannah Buckle, these senior members of TechSpan. And they're here to showcase their award-winning robots straight from their triumphant victory at the first World Championships. And whoa, we have literally stepped into the future right now. So there's a lot going on. Peter, you're going to talk to me about what is actually happening here. We've kind of recreated the challenge that you would have gone through at World Champs. How does this challenge actually work? How does the game work? What's going on here?
Yeah, so basically this is what we call the field. And as you can see, there's there's red tape and there's blue tape. So how it works is that there are two robots and two teams get put together to make an alliance. And so there's a blue alliance and a red alliance. So there are four bots actually competing on the field at one time. But we only have one robot here today because we're only one team.
All right.
So the challenge basically is we take these pixels over here, this is a pixel, and we need to place them on the board. Now each pixel is only about 3 points, but there's some ways to make, to get more points. For example, there are these lines on the board, and every single time you cross a line, you get an extra 10 points, so like a bonus. And then also you can make patterns with colors, like triangle patterns, and they get you an extra 10 points. You can make a fully colored one, or you can make one with 3 different colors, purple, yellow, and green.
Wow, okay. And Peter, I'm correct in saying that the robot is the one that actually has to do this, not the four of you.
Yes.
Although you are controlling it, and I see 2 controllers on my right-hand side now. Ethan, what's happening here exactly? Because normally you only need one control, but I'm clearly understanding that this thing probably does quite a bit, right?
Yes.
What exactly does the robot do, and why?
Yeah. So to be able to place the pixels, we first need to be able to pull them into the robot. So that's why we've got this this intake, you can see.
Oh, wow.
And that just spins to be able to pull the pixels in. And then after that, we've got it transfers into a gripper, somewhat like your hand. And basically, if I move a little bit, there you can see that we've got an arm here that's able to move around. So that is what is actually going to be placing all of those pixels.
Okay, so you actually made a real-life transformer right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the very first time. I love it.
Full robotic arm there.
Okay, so you guys are going to be controlling the robot during the challenge. We've got another feeder, another teammate on the end here, which will be your feeder for these pixels. Are you going to comment for us while we go through this, just to explain to us how this goes down? All right. So essentially, do you get time on this?
Yes. So it's 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and the first 30 seconds is autonomous, so I'm not driving it. The robot's got sensors.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's got its eyes, it's got its touch sensors, it can feel where it is on the field. And there's extra bonus points that you can score, hence some of the extra markings. And then the last 2 minutes is driver controlled. And we've got this very complicated drivetrain that allows us to do some things that you wouldn't normally be able to do with a car. Is you can turn on the spot firstly, but then also just drive directly sideways.
Oh, man.
So
that is so cool.
It's really allows us to place everywhere on that board much easier than if we were just...
I feel like you might be inspiring some new vehicles in a very short time to come, but let's get into the action right now. Let me officially start this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the very first Expresso edition of the Robot Challenge of the World. Let's take it away. 3, 2, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Okay, so they're going to go pick up some pixels now. They're going to try and make a multicolored mosaic, I'm pretty sure. So they're just going to place that on the bottom. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. So that's the first part of a multicolored mosaic. They just need one more colored pixel, and then they can make a multicolored for the extra 10 bonus points.
Oh, and I must say, the hands are quite efficient. They're quite practical, really getting those delicate touches perfected. Very nice stuff. And also avoiding some of the crazy obstacles on the course as well. What's the next steps here? What's the goal right now?
Yeah, so the goals, they go try get high because they want to cross that first line to get the extra 10-point bonus.
All right, okay. So now it's about getting higher and higher. So obviously this requires strategically placing each pixel to make sure it doesn't fall off the side, right? Oh, he's
gonna get it.
It's kind of complicated.
There you go. They can stack two on top of each other. Yeah.
And these are moments I'd imagine in the actual challenge on the day. You guys were pretty nervous, right?
Yeah.
That moment of like stacking the pixel, he's gonna get it right.
Yeah, and you can imagine like 4 robots on the field at one time, like bashing into each other as well. It's really intense.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this would be literally how the challenge would go down. The clock would be ticking. You'd have what you said about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to get it done.
1.5 minutes for driver, yes.
Yeah. There we go. So being able to move the arm to the side really does help because we're able to move pixels on the board that would get stuck before. And in the last 30 seconds, there's some other bonus ways that we can score points, mainly being able to shoot a paper airplane and also 2 hangs. So,
are you joking right now, bro?
Yeah.
No ways, you gotta show me.
Yeah. So first I'll shoot the paper airplane. So you can see there.
Whoa, okay.
So the goal is to be able to shoot it over these trusses and then onto the outside of the field there.
Oh, nice.
And depending on how far it lands, you can get different amount of points. And then this is the other way. So you see we've got those brackets on the top. And basically, the robot actually pulls itself off the ground.
A full-on pull-up, all right.
Yeah.
So I have a new challenger in the space of gym work as well. You guys are coming for everybody's industry. This is amazing. Thank you so much for showing off the incredible talents that you do have. Thank you for repping South Africa's flag so high. I know this is only the beginning, but the bar's been absolutely set. Mzansi, welcome to the future. It is here right now. Oh, this is amazing, guys. Well done.
Wow, we got left behind.
Imagine we could do that. That would be amazing.
Mind-blowing. I know there are some engineering companies right now, big tech companies right now, just searching the phone book, looking for their numbers. We'll keep their details up on our social media, so if you want to connect with them, do that. But right now, we want you, every single one of you, to take your shot, because you could win big. You could win a huge amount. In fact, an estimated 550,000 Rand if you play Daily Lotto today, because that's what the paycheck looks like today.
Exactly. So luckily, there are many ways to buy your tickets, including in-store on the nationallottery.co.za website, the mobile app. You can also purchase a ticket through your cell phone banking or by dialing *120*7529# for USSD.
It couldn't be simpler, and we'll make it even simpler, though. We'll keep those details up on our social media platforms, so no excuses. That's 550,000 Rand in our Daily Lotto estimated jackpot that's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to just reach out and grab it. So go Panda, Pusher, play.
Yes, we must. And also, we're going to make sure that we get you the music to play as well as the entertainment to play. So let me tell you, first and foremost, a high tea for Mom ahead of Mother's Day.
Beautiful.
We've got you covered. And I can tell you that Woolies has some incredible items that you're going to want to add as a new addition to Mother's Day this year. It's going to be great.
I was feeling a little bit nervous about us tackling that beautiful spread, that high tea, but I think Woolies is going to help us get across the line. And then Zoe is back, sounding even more inspirational than the last time she was here. This is a woman living her calling. Queen. Oh, she is the queen today, and she's going to answer our prayers after this. Stick around.
Mum stands for care. So honor your mum this Mother's Day and one of 20 pamper package and spa vouchers, each worth 2,000 Rand, could be yours. So enter on the Mum Facebook or Instagram page at Mum South Africa, like or follow and comment on the competition post with the special quality you got from your mum. Now don't forget to use the hashtag #IGotItFromMyMum. Now the competition closes the 13th of May and your T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thanks for staying reconnected to a beautiful and inspirational show, and also hopefully a helpful one. Why? Because Mother's Day is just around the corner. Have you got those plans down to spoil Mom for this Mother's Day? Well, how about you treat her to a high tea tablescape she'll never forget and hopefully remember forever. This looks exquisite, dude.
It does. I was going to go with like just flowers this year, but after seeing the options that we have, now we're going to have to elevate it. Cole, what do we got when it comes to...
Okay, so walk us through.
Yeah, man, what are the essentials when it comes to really putting together a spread like this, a high tea, or let's say any occasion that's going to blow Mom away and make her understand what she means to us?
He's doing the very wise head.
I do, because I feel like we're three brothers in the kitchen, you know, on Mother's Day morning, and we're trying to make your mom feel special. This is great.
So who's the favourite son? Oh,
I'm the favourite. Oh. And then you guys, obviously, the older ones that left home too early, and I had to stay home and look after Mom. And why did you leave us?
And you're dealing with the demons of all my mistakes as the youngest. Oh, I'm sorry,
What
man.
a crazy family.
There's a wide variety, but I think let's start off with, I think flowers are essential. But can I just encourage you, you know, I know you want to do a red rose. That's more Valentine's Day. If you want to do something that I feel like is more Mother's Day, then as you can see, the hues, pinks, the purples, the beautiful greenery. Think about those. The softer colors are going to always work on a Mother's Day table.
And the way they pull off the ombre in some of their flowers and their roses. I bought, for my beautiful girl, some pink... But like with different colors of pink in the same rose. You will find the color that matches your mom. Guaranteed.
That's it. And the thing is, remember that you want to make sure the decorations are having connections with the colors that you have here. But let me just tell you now that Woolworths has something that I think is a game changer. For the longest time, you've gone to a bakery and you get yourself a massive cake, which is lovely, right?
Yeah.
But finally, we have a gift cake, a single cake that is just for an individual.
Just for mama.
If they want to share, they can share. But I believe that your mom deserves the entire thing.
Wait, what
you
do
know
you
what
mean?
I'm saying?
Like,
so, take a look at that. I know you
That is a scene.
I know to me it's a normal cake, but to you, right, it's a smaller cake. This is what
Carlito's wedding cake.
That's my wedding cake.
I thought Tiffany had just made it for you. Just
Yes,
to make
she
things more
did.
comfortable.
That's it, so I could hold it and could look, no, but it's this.
But that is so cute. I mean, just my hand for reference over here in terms of the size, that is phenomenal. I think it's, like you said, cute, but at the same time, we don't have to break the bank always when you're trying to make that impression for Mom. And I think this just finds that sort of sweet spot. It has the impact, doesn't break the bank, and she's going to love it when you pair it with the ombres, the hues, and these colors that are coming through right now, the pinks and the violets. Yes, please.
Okay, but now we know mamas love to share and that's what I've always liked. My mother will probably give her present straight back to you if they could. That's just how they're wired.
So this is why
we need things for the other people to enjoy at our high tea, yeah?
We would. Okay, so what we need is, we have puddings, okay? Now, we've got an orange upside-down pudding that's going to start you off, right? I know. Okay, you've got a butterscotch pudding, and you've got roly-poly puddings as well. So essentially what you want is, you want to actually add this to the table so that if anybody else wants to enjoy, Mom can have her own gift cake on her own. There's two different flavors, fantastic. But then everybody else can tuck into this. You can share these among the people around the table. I think it is still a sharing thing. Moms are always sharers of note. But tell her, keep the cake to yourself. This is yours. I love you so much. But the puddings, let's spread that around because you offer so much sweetness to our lives.
Completely. And I like the way that, like, with the more impact pieces, like our scene stealers, these mini cakes, you've got echoes of that through the cupcakes. You can actually set up, when you do your high tea, as an event, as an experience, which I think Mom would love that. If she stepped downstairs, you just tell her she's got to wait upstairs until you're ready. She comes down at about midday for breakfast. No, but honestly, you could create such a beautiful experience as well.
And then also, if you look at the cupcakes, that's also another thing to share. There's a sort of cupcakes that you can use. And remember, given the colors, if you are smart with it, let's just say you can only get some yellow flowers, then just like pick up the yellows and then have a yellow spread as well. I think when you have colors available to you, maybe select one and then make it an entire sort of trend around, or mix and match, entirely up to you. But I think what you want to do is have a cohesive table where it looks like you thought about it. Because I think that sometimes, and I feel like we can all relate, we sometimes just dump things on the table and we're like, love you! Bye! But this year, can we add a bit more thought with Woolies and create a succinct table that's all about Mom?
Curated.
Beautiful.
Curated.
Hey,
That's
I like
what's
that.
going to stand out. If you think about the concept of many gents not being able to pull this off because they don't know where to start, Woolies is making it a lot easier for us. And I think Mom's going to stand by and be like, whoa, who did you hire to put this together? Which is going to add more value to the day.
Well, no, what if I'm a traditionalist? What if my mama likes what she likes? And all these beautiful, fancy things are just on a different table for her. She wants the traditions. She wants the lamingtons, but with a little extra zhuzh for Mother's Day.
That's why I'm saying that I think that give the traditional, but I think it's the way you plate it. It's like execution. You know, we'll always have an idea, but I think that what makes an idea unique is its execution. So if you're going to add the eclairs, be decorative with the way you present them. If you've got the Kus sisters, be decorative.
Thank you for
Cook
putting
sisters.
these there as
Decorative.
well.
No, well, I
Thank
put
you
them
for
next to
putting
each other so you know the difference. You know that a Cook sister and a Kus sister.
Those two are almost touching. We're going to start something here. Or could you imagine? Blend, don't even do it.
Don't even think about that, man.
We'll save that for next Mother's Day.
And then
these lamingtons.
Lamingtons are fantastic. I know this is always a favorite. If you have a lamington on the table, it means that it's a trad sort of Sunday, but I think you can also elevate it with some other items as well. So I think that's the most important thing. Also, don't forget that Woolworths has got your back with regard to if you want to get a bit fancier, make sure you get some of they've got some cups and mugs, they've got some plates, they've got some silverware just added, you know what I'm saying? So I think maybe just, if you can, your mom will always spend her last penny on you. If you got some disposable income this year, I feel like what you need to do is create a table just for mom, stand back and say, I love you, enjoy.
Completely. And if you are going to go a little bit further and get the boards, get the plates, these are investment pieces that you can keep forever. If I could offer you, seeing as I've gone all out here for you, gents, man, one little face.
And I'm standing here first because I'm like, I need to be ready with the answer. What am I going to choose? Guys, there's so many options here. I don't know if I could even figure out a favorite. I haven't had one of these in so long. Let me, man.
It has been flirting with you this whole time.
It's just been tantalizing the taste buds right now. But let me tell you, there's a lot to look forward to right now. While you talk to the people, I'm going to talk to my belly and entertain it to the highest stature right now.
I'm just thinking you could make a little trail of cupcakes leading to the cake. So when she gets out of bed, warn her so she doesn't stand up. But just imagine, we could go crazy. This is exquisite. Treat your best tea to tea time with the most delicious cakes, puddings, cookies, confectionery, and a whole lot more to bolster that even further. And you can shop it all at your nearest Woolworths, available in-store, online, or using their app, and you can get a lot more inspiration as well, those guys.
I'm actually I'm tempted. I think I might.
Sure,
Sorry.
just do it, buddy. You have earned that right. Well, we are going to take the very quickest of breaks while we try to fuel as much of this into our bodies as possible. And, of course, we are waiting with bated breath for Zoe to perform for us this morning. She's got a brand new album, and we're going to get just a little taste of it this morning and continue that conversation, and then hopefully bring you a whole lot more Mother's Day inspiration. And
continue talking.
Next level, huh?
Oh, good.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We promised you something truly majestic. It's coming your way.
It is indeed. Now, we do have, one of our favorite Zoes. We have many on the show. I mentioned this before, but I do believe on the stage right now we have so many incredible individuals that share the stage, but this is a queen. We've got Gelosi, and Amen is from her repertoire, and this is from her latest album, Nomtandazo. Today I realized that Nomtandazo, we. That's where it comes from for the first time.
Sense.
Wikipedia, where were you when I needed you? Come on. And we need to get into that right now.
Bring on the magic.
Hello, lovely people. My name is Zoe Mutera, and I'm so excited to be performing a song called Ngelosi from our third album, Nomtandazo. Enjoy.
litandwa me.
Thank you. I don't know how I'm going to do news after that. That was absolutely sensational. More from Zoe Modiga a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's get into that news. The Coga municipality in the Eastern Cape has put in place a plan, of course, an information campaign to prevent the spread of foot and mouth disease detected on a farm near Humansdorp. A local veterinarian, that is Dr. Anthony Davis, says the appearance of the disease in the area is a big surprise, as they've never detected foot and mouth there before. A critical control point has been established along the road between Humansdorp and St. Francis Bay to mitigate the spread of the highly contagious viral infection, particularly as cows frequently cross this road for grazing. Now, the Kampepe Commission of Inquiry into the Usindiso building fire in Johannesburg has found that the city of Johannesburg and its entities were liable for the deaths of 77 residents. The blaze, which ravaged the building in August last year, led to the deaths and left scores of others injured and displaced. Justice Sisi Kampepe said the city had breached its own bylaws. She said the city of Johannesburg and the Johannesburg Property Company never attended to repairs and maintenance of the building. Now on to international news. Kenya's President William Ruto has appointed the first female chief of the Air Force. Major General Fatuma Ahmed becomes the first woman in Kenya's history to head one of the military services. She was appointed alongside other leaders, including a new chief of the armed forces, following the deaths of the former chief and others in a helicopter crash last month. Ahmed has previously held other firsts in the military leadership that's dominated by men. She was also the first woman to rise to the rank of brigadier and major general. Now on to Israel and news there. Israel has closed the Kerem Shalom crossing into Gaza after Hamas fired rockets from the strip. Israel said the attack killed 3 of its soldiers. The crossing is one of the few routes used to bring humanitarian aid, including food and medical supplies, into Gaza. Meanwhile, mediators have held 2 days of talks in Cairo aimed at securing a deal for a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of hostages held by Hamas. The latter said that its delegation would now travel to Qatar to consult with its leadership. And wrapping things up, SA chef Palesa Pejane from Pochabelo, that is in Free State, recently clinched top honors in cake icing and culinary art at the esteemed World Food Competition of the Guru Nanak Institute of Hotel Management in India. Representing SA amid 160 global participants, Pejane credits the success to the Food and Beverage Institute in Bloemfontein, where she's final year at the moment. Now, her winning entry is celebrating SA's diversity, secured first place in cake icing and second in culinary art. After graduating in electrical engineering at the Central University of Technology in Bloemfontein, her career took a 180-degree turn in 2020, propelling her into the culinary realm. Now Pejane is brimming with readiness and eagerness to conquer the culinary world. That story puts the icing on the cake for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. For news, let's take a last look at your sport.
Yes, and Carl wasn't kidding. This is the very last time I shall ever utter these words. Liverpool rediscovered their winning touch with a 4-2 Premier League triumph over a hapless Tottenham Hotspur. No, actually, they weren't that bad, but it marked an incredible moment, I'm sure, for Jurgen Klopp as his second-to-last match at Anfield. And marking the occasion, goals from Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson, Cody Gakpo, Harvey Elliott, and that all came together to ensure a crucial victory for Liverpool at this stage of the season. And they'd been struggling in their league outings recently, so despite still having a mathematical chance of that title, they are now sit 5 points adrift of log leaders at the moment, Arsenal, with 2 games left, and then 4 points adrift of reigning champions Man City, who also have that game in hand, and Erling Haaland, who's just scoring about 5 goals every outing now. Now let's bring it back home for the accolades. In the SA Sports Awards, SA Rugby, they dominated the 17th SA Sports Awards at Sun City over the weekend, clinching 7 prestigious accolades. So riding high on the Springboks' successful World Cup defence, their record-breaking effort in France, the team received widespread recognition, starting with Captain Fantastic Siya Kolisi, earned both the People's Choice Award and Sports Star of the Year, completely warranted. While Jacques Ninaba, he took home Coach of the Year. The Mani Johnny Lebok, he netted on a very high honor of Newcomer of the Year. And then Eben Etzebeth was Sportsman of the Year, times 10, I reckon, and Mark Alexander as Administrator of the Year. The Springboks were hailed as the Team of the Year as well. I think all justified. Then other winners included some big ones. Sailor Kirsten Neuschäfer, who's broken all sorts of records. She was Sportswoman of the Year. Simone Kruger and Mpumelelo Mhlongo, they're recognized by the South African Sports Association for the Physically Disabled for their incredible achievements as well. Well done across the field. Now let's get back onto the field as the Sharks, they succeeded in their quest to become the first South African franchise to qualify for the EPCR Challenge Cup final as they fought their way back from a 10-point halftime deficit and then held on for dear life for a memorable 32-31 victory in a tense semi-final against Clermont at the Twickenham Stadium in London. That was Saturday afternoon. The KwaZulu-Natalians will now face Gloucester in the final at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London on Friday the 24th of May. That was after the English club defeated Benetton 40-23 in that other semi-final, also playing out in England. And then let's round it off on four wheels and a massive moment for Lando Norris. I think he's been knocking on the door for a while he secured his maiden Formula One victory and in stunning fashion at a superstar-laden Miami Grand Prix, marking a milestone in his career. The McLaren driver, he outpaced world champion Max Verstappen by over 7 seconds, with Charles Leclerc Ferrari clinching that third place on the podium. So Norris's triumph came in his 110th race for McLaren, making it obviously a memorable moment for both him and the team. Just great to see McLaren with their history back on top. And that's where we leave our sport for this morning. Let's take one last look at the roads before you head to work.
Thank you so much, Shima. And yes, let's dive into the world of traffic one last time right now. And starting off in Germiston, Johannesburg. Now, there's a stationary vehicle on the N12 eastbound, and this after Galuli's interchange. Now, one lane is closed, and it's causing delays, as you can see from the visuals. So please do allow for more added travel time and exercise caution when passing through. We now move over to Pretoria, Gauteng, and there has been a multi-vehicle accident on the N4, and that's westbound before Proefplaas interchange. Now, again, as you can see from the visuals, the left shoulder is closed, so please do drive carefully when passing through. And I think for anybody heading on the roads, buckle up, stay safe, and plan accordingly. We now dive into the world of weather. And one last time, reporting in the world of weather, the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for strong interior winds, posing risks for tall vehicles on certain routes in the southern and southeastern regions of the Northern Cape. Now, additionally, a yellow level 1 warning has been issued for rough waves, making sea navigation challenging and potentially disrupting smaller ports. Now, this along the coast from Cape Columbine to Cape Agulhas. Now, moreover, there are also extreme fire danger conditions expected in parts of the central and Little Karoo in the Western Cape, as well as the central and southern areas of the Northern Cape and along the western and central regions of the Eastern Cape. Well, from our weather news, it's time to dive into our favorite part of the morning. And one last time, this is our sunrise view of the hour sent by Alake from Stuttenheim. And this is definitely, I'm assuming, overseas, although it could be in South Africa. Not always too sure with the beauty that we have, but wow, international beauty nonetheless, whether it is from South Africa or not. It's an incredible sunrise view, and I can't thank you enough for sending it through. Wow, the bar has been set, and yeah, you're definitely making a lot of people smile in the studio right now. So I encourage you and urge you to do it all again tomorrow morning. Share your morning view with us on 063 408 8863. Thank you. For now, though, let's give a last gander at the temperatures that you can expect on your side of town.
Just letting you know that Stutterheim is actually in the Eastern Cape. I know. I actually Googled it now. That's what a beautiful place. But I didn't have to Google this guy. He comes up on my timeline all the time. Marlon Patrick is here to make sure that you feel fantastic today. We may just learn some dance moves. We're going to learn a bit more about him. We're going to throw him into entertainment news. We're going to make him do bicycle kicks. We're going to make him do pretty much as we can because we have him here for free today, which is great. He didn't even know that now. Well, anyway, so the synergy between supplements and skincare is a profound one, and that's why Graham will venture into that a little bit later. But thank you so much for staying with us. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's great for you and free for Marlon.
Yes, it is.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
And now the moment you've been waiting for on your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso here on S3. He's a man that is essentially hashtag FYP. It's Marlon Patrick. He is a forensic analyst by day and a TikToker by night. And the great thing about a forensic analyst is that they actually analyze the TikTok in the day and get forensic at night. That's why it's a good connection. And I just want to give you a little idea as to what Marlon Patrick is all about. It's profound. Take a look.
Show off you.
I want to ask, if you're going to be liquor honest, Marlon.
Yeah?
How many times did that take to get right? Be honest with me.
I promise you a couple of times.
And you say I thought.
Okay, you can breathe. He's human. He's human. Marlon, thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you doing, brother?
Thanks for having me, my guy. I am good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're excited, man. We get time with you, so obviously we're amazing.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel, man.
Yes. But bro, let's figure this thing out.
Yeah.
Your world, your journey. How on earth does a forensic analyst get involved in TikTok?
Yeah.
And how on earth does he move that well?
Yo,
Man's got some beautiful hips there.
Hey.
Beautiful hips. You can't deny that. I mean, come on. I'm envious.
Can I just say, those two boys that's next to me,
Yes.
they taught me those moves,
Okay.
guys. So shout out to Kyle and Andrew. They're my boys. Yeah, like TikTok and forensic, you say? Like, I mean, they have to go hand in hand, I guess.
Makes sense.
As they always do.
Hey, they have to. Because, like, I feel like TikTok for me is just it's been a little creative outlet. Because I mean, forensic gets very morbid at times, you know, gets very morbid.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, I just used TikTok as a little creative outlet for myself, as I said.
So, you're a fun person. why would you go into forensics? I'd like to know, because I think everybody has a decision. They look at their aptitudes and they, hey, you know, I'm a guy, I love people, I love dancing, I love this. Let's go into forensics. Like, how was that decision for you, and why did you go into that?
I mean, at school, right, like, I always loved science and maths, and like, so I was a little bit of a nerd geek, I guess.
We all are.
Yeah, come on. So I liked that, right? And I also loved solving problems, basically.
Okay, cool.
And also, I watched a lot of TV as well, because like NCIS, CSI kind of vibes, you know, so that kind of like route directed me into
Was it Ratio Kane that got you? Was
come on, man, I always wanted those glasses, eh?
It's a thing, isn't it? Eh? Whenever there's a little, like something happening on the ground, there's always a connection to it. Like if somebody tripped and unfortunately there's an accident with the bowl, people are like, oh, I guess he left his bowl over his bowels. It's like that. So is that what got you?
Definitely. I must admit, though, they make it look a lot more glamorous on TV. It's not as glamorous in real life, though. It's a bit gory, but it's nice. It's nice to know that you are helping people out there, you know, indirectly helping people.
You are.
You are, man, and you're doing more than just glamorous. You're doing amazing, you're entertaining, you're ticking so many boxes.
Yep, man.
I had the honor and privilege of coming onto your show. You've got a talk show going on, Reality Bites, man.
Yeah. Were you invited to your show?
You didn't crack the...
Just want to check my mail quickly.
Maybe we should talk about this.
I didn't check my mail. Tell me about how nice it was. This guy invited. Tell me.
I was treated so incredibly well, man, and you have an incredible team with you. Someone that we know very well, Lucian Albertine, is one of the hosts on the show. But talk to me about this podcast, Real Conversation. Obviously, Reality Bites is leading to that name. But what's going on there? Talk to me about the inspiration behind this and the objective behind the podcast.
Yeah. So, like you said, myself and two of my buddies, Lucian and Lawrence, got together and we were like, hey, guys, let's create this podcast vibe, right?
Yeah.
And so there's so many podcasts out there already. So we were like, okay, cool, what are we going to bring different this time? And I think we all just like sat down and we're like, okay, this is what we want. We wanted the people behind the people, if you know what that means. The people behind the persona we see on TV, basically. That's why we got like, you know, we got like Ral on there, Leanne, Graham was on there.
Wow, Graham was on there as well.
Carl, there's another one.
You want to find the people behind the people.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I'm so glad you got all your favorite people in there. Wow, what a lovely podcast. You should actually go listen to it. They've got everybody on there. Everybody, but no, continue. Sorry.
So, sure.
Yeah,
where was I? So that was basically it, yeah. So we just wanted to bring a different perspective, basically, on, like, because I mean, all of us, we are human at the end of the day, and all of us go through things. But we see, like, you know, people like Ral on Instagram, you know, with his squat body and stuff, you know, just standing there.
Squat body?
Yeah, you know, and you're like, oh man, how can I get there? And then, you know, just like talk to people like that, and you're like, oh wow.
I get it now.
This is what you
need to intermittent fast and have a quiet body to be in the podcast. I get it.
Listen, we're offsetting Carl here and tell him that there might be another season coming up. So he'll definitely crack the lodge soon, I'm sure.
Will be on there.
And I hope there's another season, because listen, the conversation is exceptional, and I would encourage everybody to go out and have a listen to it, because you bring out a beautiful, raw, unique side in everybody. I think the balance that the three of you have together just really creates an inviting space, a warm space, and that really lends to your archetype. You seem to be that kind of guy. You're real, you're genuine. You're someone that, like, you have that feeling that just makes you want to hug you, man. You know what I mean? We're doing it off air now as well, and you can't resist it, but thank you, man, for being your honest, true self and giving that to the people, because I think that's something that resonates with so much of us right now. And hopefully we can get some more of you on our Feel Good Breakfast show, so I'm not going to get you to leave just yet. Zanzi, we will have this conversation and more of Marlon in just a bit, and hopefully have some fun too.
Yes, let's go, man. I'm here for it.
We will. Nice podcast. That's fine.
It's going to be okay, bro.
Welcome to a very important discussion. I love these kinds of discussions where we do a deep dive into the realm of beauty from within, exploring how detoxification, inflammation, that's been a buzzword for me, and antioxidants intertwine with the health of our skin, our hair, our nails. It's one system. And joining us are two experts in the field, Laura Johnston, Marketing Director and Nutritionist from Robotics, and Samantha Minnar, very proud co-founder of Skin Republic, to chat about the synergy between supplements and skincare products. Beauty from within. What does that mean to you?
So essentially it means that true inner radiance comes from the inside out, right? So what you put into your body reflects on the outside, and that's anything from diet and lifestyle to supplementation.
Use some big words in that intro. Detoxification, inflammation, antioxidants. This is where the science really does come to bear. Maybe you can kind of unpack that a little bit further in terms of the dominant players in this space.
Sure. So these are three common terms both within the general health industry, and they relate to beauty from within. So detoxification is essentially your body's natural process of getting rid of toxins and waste products, largely dictated by the liver and kidneys. Inflammation is your body's response to injury or infection, and it's incredibly important in order to heal or fight that off, but it can also become chronic and wreak havoc on your body if not kept under control. And then antioxidants are important because they help neutralize free radicals, which are the byproduct of metabolism. It's also, you know, you take in a lot of pollution in the air you breathe, in the water you drink. Basically, these processes help rid your body of these damaging molecules.
Life. It's life. Life happens to you, and you've got to adjust that. Look, I've been caught in an inflammation loop for the last 3 years after a back operation of all things. When you see it start to spread, these ideas, it's amazing how much manifests within the space of our skin. Covering what you've spoken about now, how does that connect to this big organ surrounding our body?
With inflammation, if you are chronically inflamed, this can come up with things like eczema, rosacea. If you are not detoxifying properly, it can often affect the clarity of your skin, so you might have breakouts. And then in terms of oxidation, this can damage cells, so this can lead to premature aging and, you know, affect the elasticity of your skin.
And Sam, I've watched you nod your head. This is your purpose. You have chosen to make this space your purpose. So how do we know that our skin is starting to kind of bear the effects of these very, very powerful influences?
So as Laura mentioned, inflammation is part of the body's natural healing process. So examples of inflammation are swelling, redness, skin sensitivity. In terms of detoxification, we know that the liver and kidneys detoxify our bodies from the inside. But did you know that the skin is actually the largest detoxifying organ in our body? So that's why we find when we detox, we often experience a breakout, and this is known as skin purging.
There are some heavy-hitting products and ingredients in this space. What are some of those that really stand out, the avengers of the skincare space?
So for inflammation, you want to focus on nourishing and repairing your skin. So ceramides are having a really big moment in skincare. They are proven to repair skin's barrier, and they're naturally occurring in the body. Hyaluronic acid is also a fantastic ingredient at soothing and hydrating. Skin Republic has a 2% hyaluronic acid serum and a hyaluronic acid sheet mask, both which are clinically proven to deeply hydrate and improve the look of the skin overnight. In terms of detoxification, salicylic acid is your bestie. Yeah. What I love about salicylic acid is it cleans on the outside of the pore, but also within the pore itself. Wow. And then lastly, oxidation, antioxidants. So vitamin C, E, niacinamide, green tea, all really great antioxidants. And of course, I know everyone's sick of hearing about it, but sunscreen, sunscreen,
Put it
sunscreen.
out there, girl. Yeah,
yes.
100%. No, for sure. If you live in Uppington right now, you get it. 36 degrees in the middle of autumn. This speaks to switches within the body that we are flicking. This speaks to empowering the body to do what it was designed to do. You just need to help it on its way. When we talk about supplementation in this space, when we talk about beauty from within, let's go within and start with that. What would you recommend in that area?
So Phytoceutics have a number of products that support inflammation, detoxification, oxidation, and beauty from within. Some of my firm favorites are glutathione, which is the master detoxifier and antioxidant. It also assists with pigmentation, so that's a hero product. Then I love our Terra Nova Beauty Complex, which has things like biotin in it. It has vitamin C in it and vitamin E, which you mentioned, so you can double up, put it on your skin and take it internally. We also have resveratrol, or we call it reversatrol. It's a play on words. This helps prevent DNA damage, and it's an antioxidant, so it helps with oxidation. And then I really feel like a good quality omega, like our purest omega-3, is incredibly important, you know, for cellular health.
Thank you so much. What I'm loving about this is like having a team of scientists there doing the work every day, and we get to benefit from that. Thank you so, so much for being here today, finding the power from within. So let's add a little bit more power to that and throw in an added bonus. You can score an exclusive 15% discount on your purchase by using our code. It's on us, Expresso, when you add items to your cart at phytoceutics.com. You also stand a chance to win a Beauty From Within hamper from Phytoceutics and Skin Republic worth over 3,000 Rand just to send you on your way. To enter, you've got to do just this one thing. Take the Phyto Health Quiz on phytoceutics.com/Expresso. It's going to be revealing in itself, but really worthwhile. And the T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. This competition closes on Monday the 13th at midnight. We're going to get a lot of entries for this one, so get on it right now and good luck.
Enhance your beauty from within with Phytoceutics range of skin, hair, nail and longevity promoting products. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
All right, it's time. Okay, no, not yet. We're going to just warm it up a little bit, right? Because we have Marlon here. Marlon Patricio, aka Marlon Patrick, will be showing Ryle dance moves, and I'll be watching. It's going to be fun. I can't wait for that. What else do we have?
Let me just keep my breath here while I attempt to realize what I need to do with these two next to me. But we're going to figure out how to dance, and we're also going to have some fun. We're diving into the world of entertainment. We've got Picos Manas, who are apparently a trio that have visited Jennifer Hudson's, come back to South Africa, and done so much more. We're going to dive into that story in just a bit, Mzansi. Don't go anywhere.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. And it's time, because earlier we met forensic analyst, I know, and TikTok content creator. Two things you think that don't connect, they actually do. You'll find out now. Marlon Patrick is here. He joins us to teach us a thing or two about some dancing. We got his dance moves. We follow him. Molly Malls is amazing on the regular. But we thought, let's watch something and make a fool of ourselves trying it. Let's do it. Right?
Yeah.
First, there we go. 1, 2, high and boom. And then boom, booty pop, boom, boom, pa, pa. Ja, pa, pa, pa. Ja, ra, ga, 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 ga. Ja, la. Okay. Sorry, I just have. You have to do the sound
I
effects.
must join you with this. Okay. Me? Okay. Wow.
Nobody. So we're gonna try it together.
Yes.
And so let's just get a little. So what steps are we gonna go?
Okay, cool. So when I tell you guys, right, the beat's gonna start, right, and then we're gonna do a little foot swap thingy.
A foot swap thingy. That's actually a dance move.
Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna go like that, right, and then you go 1, 2, 3, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we're gonna walk 1, 2, 3, and then booty pop. Booty pop. There we go. Yeah.
And then,
So
and then do you want us to turn around and do that? Cha.
we can. So from booty pop, we're gonna jump this way.
Yes.
And then when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Thank you. Let's do it. That sounds like doable. Now we need. See, the thing is, the choreography is fine. As soon as the music comes on, Val and I are like, so let's try it with music, and we'll follow you.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. I'm so scared.
Okay. You guys ready? Here we go. No. Yo. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Basically, right?
Okay. Is it like that? Let's try it again from the top, please, DJ.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, we're going to do this together. We are going to go viral here today. When I say that for the wrong reasons, let's go.
Go on.
Ready?
Okay. No. Sorry, guys. That was
Did you just?
That was me, guys.
It wasn't me this time. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. That was me. That was me, guys.
Okay.
I was too excited.
Right, so we're going to try to
Can
skin.
you try one more time?
Right, this is why we love live TV. We can take takes. Anyway, let's go again.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Yo. Hey. 1, pop. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, there we go.
Okay.
There we go, guys. There we go. Hey.
You.
Heimer! What happened? I
Man's
blacked
looking
out.
to make the cut for your next videos, clearly, so you got in my because I think you made the cut,
Can
bro.
we start? Let's leave the TikTok. Can we start with the podcast first? Then we can do the TikToks thereafter. That'll be fine. Just an idea, because reality does bite. It just didn't bite me yet. But Ryle, but Graham, there's the podcast there. Nothing but me. I have no bite marks on me from that podcast. Anyway, we'll find us enough. Marlon, thanks a lot for joining us. This is great. Don't leave, because you're free. We want to use you for entertainment news.
Yeah, man, so please stick around for that. We're going to dive into some conversation. I'm going to practice these moves so I can look as good as you. I'm going to need just about the week. Maybe by Friday I'll get it right. But I'm sorry, we're not going anywhere. Now there's this beautiful soul. We've got official duties to dive into. And then, of course, we're going to dive into entertainment news. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a bit.
Or maybe Marlon can win some money to buy some backup dancers for his next performance if he plays the lotto today, and there are some big winnings on offer. If you play Daily Lotto today, there is an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot waiting to be taken. If you want to make every day feel like payday, then you need to actually play. And there are a number of ways that you can do that. You can go in-store, be very friendly and nice, and buy your tickets. You can head online to nationallottery.co.za. You can use the mobile banking, their mobile app, or your banking app. There's normally a little drop down in there, or you can go old school, dial *120 *7529# for USSD, and we'll keep all of those details up on our social media platforms, so you've got no excuses. Just do it. Will that 550,000 Rand Daily Lotto jackpot be yours? Well, you got to ponder, push, or play to find out. So in just a moment, we will, yes, keep Marlon around for a little bit longer, get into some entertainment news. And it looks like Biko's Manor have made it all the way to the Jennifer Hudson show. They might even teach her a little dance number or two. Then it's back in the kitchen for something absolutely delicious, a rosemary and citrus cake, just in time for Mother's Day. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the silliness. Yes, as we have a little fun diving into the world of entertainment news and we catch up on some of our favorite celebs and always looking for a bit of a South African connection. And our connection today is TikTok content creator Marlon Patrick.
Go.
Where's your surname, dude? Come on. I feel like we left something out.
Go on.
Are you that cool that you have two first names?
I mean, that's how it goes, man. What can I say? What can I...
Well, we found out that he has a middle name.
I do.
And it's Isaac's. Anyway.
Labuskachny.
There it is. It's in the middle. So let's start off with...
Sorry, Labuschagne, sorry.
Yeah, you have to be... not Kruger, it's Krier. Donkey. Right, the sibling trio consisting of Klangote, Biko, Mana, and Mfundo. They made a name for themselves for their viral videos on social media. I'm sure you've seen this before. They even paid us a visit in the Johannesburg studios as well. And they had their second appearance on the Jennifer Hudson show performing I Say a Little Prayer and also taught presenter Jennifer Hudson the viral Chwalabam challenge. It's fantastic. Just take a look at this. It's crazy.
Please.
What dance are you teaching her?
Yeah, what dance?
First,
Twala dance. The Twala dance.
It's
Yes.
a Namapiano dance.
Oh, okay.
So first you do this.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And then you put your legs like this.
Uh-huh.
And then you do this.
I got it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you got
And
it.
then you
Uh-oh. You step.
Like-
Oh! Do I got it? Oh! Wait.
And then if you lay down, you say, hey.
Oh, we gotta keep it up.
and you look like
I ain't got it like that.
Do you see how good he was at teaching
Jennifer
how to dance? You see that?
I mean, I should take some pointers, right?
But buddy, this brings your life to bear, because I didn't know you a few weeks ago. Suddenly, you're this TikTok sensation, you're making a way for yourself, never mind doing something completely different to the forensic work that you do in that other guise, and now you're sitting on national TV.
Come on, man.
This is what the power of social media can do. Now we've got Biko's Manor sitting on Jennifer Hudson's show. That is mind-blowing. How has the social media injection changed your world?
Yeah, so much. It's changed it so much, but only for the better, actually. Like, I've met amazing people. I mean, I got to meet you guys as well, you know, so it's just been, it's been amazing. It's been good. It's been good.
Oh, man.
Well, you met him through inviting him to a podcast and Raul through, like, that's how you met them. This is a coincidence that you meet me. I'm saying you had a choice. Doesn't matter, though. We're not going to go into it. Let's do another story here before I get cross. Anyway, Rassie Erasmus
my boy
has received an honorary doctorate at NMU, and the Springbok legendary coach, he's fantastic. Northwest University decided to acknowledge him. Erasmus spoke about his pride after it was announced, and we saw him shed a tear during the ceremony as people weighed in on his contribution. And the doctoral degree in the discipline coaching science by the NWU's Faculty of Health Sciences was fantastic. And he previously said that he was so honored and humbled to receive this recognition, but has to give all the credit to the Springbok team and management for their resilience and determination over the last few years, who made this possible. And honestly, Rassie, you should be a professor already, my friend.
And rightly so. So I've heard stories from like Nick Mallet, coaches that dealt with him when he was still a player. He would bring video footage to practices he was the first to look at it as a science in that respect, even when he was a player. For me, there is something, he developed the beautiful game within rugby. We saw that during this last World Cup. The elements of rugby and a level of nuance that we've never seen before. Give the man a doctorate.
Yes.
Give him everything, because what he has done in the landscape of rugby will not be matched. Well, it'll take a few more centuries, I think.
Are you a doctor?
I am not a doctor.
Are you going to be a doctor soon?
Yet.
You're going to go back? You'd be a doctor?
Yes, I'm going to be a doctor.
You could. You could do it,
believe that, man.
Thank you, man. Just do it. If Rassie can, so can you, my friend.
Okay, so I'm going to need you guys to weigh on this one, because this makes me a little bit nervous. So back when singer Tamar Braxton was a backup singer for her sister Toni Braxton, who we absolutely love, the legendary Whitney Houston spotted her on stage and made a point to praise her as an amazing singer.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, what validation. So despite this, in a recent interview, Tamar revealed that, in her opinion, wow, Mariah Carey has better vocals than Whitney Houston, and that obviously had fans shocked.
Whoa.
Do we dare ask the question?
Marlon.
Yes.
Who's the better vocalist, Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston? You have to answer. You can't not answer. Answer yes. Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston?
I must admit, I do love them both, eh?
Yes.
But do I really have to choose?
You have to choose.
I have to choose. Whitney Houston's the best.
Whitney Houston?
I love Whitney. I'm sorry, guys. I like Whitney.
Yeah, look, I think Almal they're on that train. But I mean, maybe it's a tone thing.
Yeah.
Because Mariah can do superhuman things with her voice.
The whistle and
yeah, no, she can take it maybe to a higher octave. But for me, Whitney's tone is the tone. Hey?
Also, Whitney's hand-eye coordination was actually a lot better, if you think about it. You know why, right? Hand-eye, we'll always love Marlon. Yes, we will.
James,
Beautiful.
John.
All right. Thank you, man. This has been great. And that's the news you need to know or not need to know. Up to you.
You guys are ridiculous. We're going to test that hand-eye right now and see if we can put it to the test in the kitchen. We're going to be letting you in on our secret to the best treat you've ever baked. It's our wonderfully light rosemary and citrus cake, which is made with Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil that not only gives it moisture, but it also gives a subtle, pleasant flavor. And who doesn't love a one-bowl recipe that comes together very quickly and, of course, effortlessly? And the one and only, the beautiful Jenny Morris is here to take us through these easy steps. Jenny, this is something that I'm loving, but more importantly, I'm wanting to know, olive oil, an alternative for baking? Is this the new way forward?
I encountered that when I was about 14 years old.
Yeah.
I wasn't married at 14, but my father-in-law, at the time Italian, used to make cakes with olive oil. And I can only tell you that it is delicious because it imparts flavor, it's moist, it gives you a beautiful crumb. And I like it, and I like you too.
Say no more. There's a lot of things we like here. So how are we putting this together?
Easy. This is going to be a symphony. So you're going to go put the sugar in, baking powder, and you're going to put the bicarb.
All right,
so it's going
sugar.
to give you lift and rise.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going to beat these eggs. This is literally, it's a one-bowl wonder.
And I see, is this just like a little bit of salt?
A little bit of salt. You always need a bit of
Let's
salt
just
to bring
balance it out.
everything together.
Yeah, I'll mix that up in the meantime. What are you up to over there?
I should have got you beating this because then I could have done this at the same time. Woo, mama. Okay, some rosemary. Some beautiful rosemary goes into it. And we're going to use citrus. So I'm using orange juice and lemon. You could use orange juice and lemon, orange juice and grapefruit. Just so.
So you can get a little bit creative there, but I like the fact that we're getting that little citrus tang coming through.
Come, baby. I'm going to put
Yes,
the
put me to work
oil.
at your service. You're going to grab the dry ingredients over there, and I'll work it away. What sort of consistency? We're just blending this up, right?
We're just blending it nicely. I'm going to put about 2/3 of a cup of this beautiful olive oil. It's lovely and green. Have a look there. Just look at this baby flow. Go, 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 go.
Oh, nice. I now see what you mean by the moisture. I can definitely see how this one's going to come through.
That's a salad dressing already without the egg.
But no one's going to complain for sure. And I know this, especially when you get the opportunity to experience the new face of Clover's Olive Pride oils. Now, your same trusted choice for premium olive oil, the same great formulation, but just a fresh new look, right? And as you've heard now and probably figured out, oil is the secret ingredient to achieving that moist cake crumb. And we love using the Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil for that subtle flavor that pairs perfectly with the citrus and rosemary flavors of the cake that you see we're incorporating into right now. And what's more important is, like, while I'm explaining that to you, it was so simple and easy for Jenny to mix this together.
Look.
Voila, done already.
No
it's almost like a
creaming.
perfect mix. And I think
No
that's what I'm starting
creaming,
to
no
love.
nutting.
Yeah, that's what I'm really also starting to love about using olive oil as an
Yes.
alternative. It makes the mixing so easy.
Easy,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, what I've got here is a little bit of sugar in this. Be careful, it burns. I just burnt my finger. Look, see, I've got a plaster.
Oh, okay.
So just be very careful. You pop your sugar in and get it to melt nicely, and we're going to candy some rosemary because it reflects the beautiful flavors in that cake. But because you can multitask, darling, I want to get your hands. Should I get him to do this?
I can do anything that you ask.
Oh, good.
Just
Carry
say the
on.
word.
It's Mother's Day on Sunday. Go.
Exactly. And speaking of, I mean, this is a great addition to obviously including Mother's Day. I am just zesting this up, right?
Now I'm going to do this first. I want to give you a little bit of...
Oh, now we're getting fancy.
Yeah, of course we're fancy. Okay, now you're going to do the lovely orange zest on that, and I'm going to check that this is not burning. So I'm going to come back to this very quickly.
Jenny, while you're checking that out, I mean, talking about Mother's Day around the corner, and a lot of this inspiration definitely feeds into that. You got any plans for Mother's Day this year? You doing anything special, anything different?
I'm going to Mauritius.
Oh, are we? Wow.
I know you think I'm lying.
Nice. Going to be living your best life, of course. You got the bikinis coming out.
Are you crazy?
Why not? You don't want to distract all the gents on the island.
But I would. I'd send them packing.
No, definitely not.
I'm going to do some cooking. I'm going to do some rum taste. Rum would be lovely in this cake as well, just by the by.
Well,
I'm going to
okay.
do some snorkeling. And then that whale will think it's got a companion.
Nah, never, ever. Nothing but
I'm going to swim with the dolphins.
They'll think there's a mermaid out there for sure once
There's lots
you've
to
arrived.
do in Mauritius, darling, and you can hide. You can hide behind the palm trees and brown that body.
But I think that means you should be careful now, because you're telling the people on the island that an incredible chef is going to be coming through. Everybody's going to be looking out for you, and especially the fact that now you're telling them they're going to be cooking as well. Be careful, you're going to have masses crowding around you, I'm sure.
Do you know what? I'm going to look for a chef while I'm on that island, not for any other reason but to cook with them.
Living your best life. I'm sure you're going to do exactly that. I'm pretty much zested up here. I'm so interested in this candied rosemary that you just put together. It looks
be careful, you can burn. Hey. So I'm going to
hot, so be careful.
It's a little bit hot, but you can make it up front. Just make sure you spray the plate. I know that our floor manager said, "Why is your plate so manky?" It's not manky, sure. It's got spray.
Oh, so it can come
Yeah.
off the plate while you're working with it.
Yes,
Otherwise, all
because
that
you
hard
hold
work,
that, you hold
and then
that.
you'd be stuck there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Oh, look at that beautiful sugar.
I love it, and it really does add a unique, but sort of a very opulent element to this cake. I mean, it was just a basic round cake before that with great flavor and obviously the moisture coming through. But now this, I think, just puts the cherry on the top, or the rosemary on the top. And of course, Mzansi, you can get this recipe at expresso.com. The perfect inspiration, I think, for Mother's Day. That was really, really simple, Jenny. Thank you for making it seem so easy. I think you just distracted us with your looks while you're doing the hard stuff, because that was really, really flawless. But again, expresso.com, Mzansi, for all this recipe inspiration. Again, something that I would encourage you to please incorporate into Mother's Day. She's going to love this one. And yeah, definitely include the fancy candied rosemary on the top. Well played. Nice.
Experience the new face of Clover Olive Pride Oils. Your same trusted choice for premium olive oil. Same great formulation, fresh new look.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and naturally we need to get you some entertainment to top everything off, and we have the perfect entertainer. She's been with us. She's got a brand new album out, Nomthandazo. But of course, Zoe Modiga is here in the flesh, a queen of note, to give you a couple songs to wrap things up in your Feel Good Breakfast Show, so stay right there.
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on S3. And we're about to wrap things up. Before we do so, we just forgot about a certain thing. We didn't forget. We wanted to save it for last. Nomthandazo is the album. It needs a launch, and this is going to happen in Johannesburg. So please tell me about more details and what you could plan for the album launch.
Absolutely. So we're so excited to be having the Nomthandazo album launch.
Yes!
This is the first listen at all 18 of the tracks, and it's going to be happening at the Gold Reef City. We're going to have a beautiful time in Johannesburg, and we'll be back, Mother City.
Please.
But we're just going to launch it there. And if you happen to be in Johannesburg and you're based there, make sure that you come through.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Are there tickets, or can we just DM you and ask for tickets?
I think let's do the tickets.
Oh.
You can DM me for other things. You can tag me to songs. From the album. But Quicket is where you find all the tickets.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're looking forward to supporting you. And that's the great thing about when you launch something is that you have a family of supporters who really want to be there for you in every single way. And this is a perfect way of saying, family, you've got something new coming out. We want to be there to support you.
Absolutely.
So this is why you're here now. We get a bit of a sneak peek on the album, which I love. And we got 2 more songs from you, which we're looking forward to. So thank you for sharing your time and your love and your light with us today. But it is time for those 2 songs. So are you ready?
I am so ready.
Okay, let me give you a grand intro.
Let's do it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the one, the only, Zoe Modiga!
This is the last song for today. It's called Indlela, a song that reminds us that through all the pathways we will find our way home.
I feel like we've just been taken to Jazz Fest and more.
Wow.
That was insane. How does one individual fill a space with so much energy and love and positivity? Please take a bow, take a curtsy, do whatever is the most queenly thing to do, because you are a queen. Oh, Zoe, congratulations on that album launch as well. What a treat. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you, darling. Legend. Adios, muchachos.
Experience the new face of Clover Olive Pride Oils. Your same trusted choice for premium olive oil. Same great formulation, fresh new look.
Another feel-good production.